Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg Allison with Green Grays coming to you live Wednesday night, late, live late. Tonight we're going to talk about comets and some other things. You got to catch us before it goes, makes noise on this other side. Good. Hello. Sorry for being so late here tonight. Been kind of stressed here the last several days. I had so much to do. I got very little sleep the past 2 nights, my cord even, which is like 3.5 hours, not before last, and 2.5 hours last night. So this evening, when I thought I'd do an earlier video, I conked out. So I had a little nap, but anyway, I'm back. So we're going to talk about some things here tonight, some things of interest. Let's see if we got anybody in the room yet. We got 7 people in the room. Monique Pearl and Randy Neiman. Hello to you both. And we got 8 people in the room. Wild animals. All righty. So we're going to talk about some stuff. We'll wait for everybody to join the room. We'll get some more people in here in a minute. Like I said, sorry about being so late, but tonight I was just zonked out. That happens, you know. I push it. I got a lot to do. I worked till 1:30 just on my day job one night here, night before last, and I just got so many other things to do that sometimes it just catches up to me. Sometimes it's just way too much. So yeah, we're a little light tonight. Hopefully a bunch of people will pile in. We've done this late before and got a good number of people in the room eventually, but it just takes a little bit. So we'll have to see. And if they don't come along, we'll just go ahead and talk about what we want to talk about. One thing I've been talking about a lot lately is just some of the tensions in the world, especially with China and the things that I think will cause China to want to attack Taiwan, maybe the United States. I had planned to do another video this evening. I just didn't get a chance to do it. And it was going to be on, I probably will do it tomorrow, which means I'll probably air it the next day. It seems like I can't get a video up the day I do it. It seems like it always takes me the next day before I ever get it posted now. Hey, Jesse Mills from Northeast Arizona. How you doing? And Debbie Paints. Tammy Shirk. How you doing? I got a friend named Shirky just up the road here from me, who's also has an aquaponics greenhouse. It's in the solar power, and he is an astronomer. So, well, we got 13 in the room. That's my lucky number. You realize my best performing video on this channel was the 13th video ever posted. 13 is a lucky number in my family. Perry McClure from Sweden. Good morning to you, Perry. How you doing? 0652 your time. There you go. 0652 on deck. Absolutely. Well, I didn't even launch this video this way. It is indeed. What is that day? The 5th? Still the 5th? Let me see. Well, yeah, we're in October now. Today is the 6th. Wow, the very last few minutes. So today is the 6th October 21. Time on deck, 23:53, 100 hours Central Daylight Time. Are we surviving? So far, Jesse, so far. And will he fix it? Hey, Greg. All right, everybody's beginning to pile in now. Rex Romer, mercy sake, GG. 13 is my lucky number. Your 2s, huh? Absolutely. My best performing video was my 13th. My daddy got his retirement on the 13th of a month. Crazy story of my daddy during World War II. Now, my daddy got 3 Bronze Hearts in World War II. He was supposed to get on a plane to jump, and he got tied up. And he had a bunch of his gear, and he got tied up, and he ran to the airfield and tried to get on that plane. And he said that there were supposed to be 13 people on that flight. He was supposed to be the 13th. Well, he got there and didn't quite make it, and the plane took off. And he said that plane crashed right after takeoff. I mean, just right there at the airfield, fully fueled with, I guess, 12 guys on board. He said that plane burnt and killed everyone on the plane. And he said you could hear the men screaming. And he said he was just so thankful he didn't get on that flight. He was supposed to be on it. He was rushing, trying to try to get to it. Had he got on that plane, I wouldn't be here today. So I can thank my lucky stars that my dad missed a flight. And you never know when something like this is going to happen. You just never know. But yeah. And Diane says, praise the Lord and good morning. Well, you know, I was on the praise the Lord over, right? For my dad, at least, he missed that flight. But there was a lot of other guys who weren't so lucky. But that really haunted him because he could hear the guy screaming was burning, and that really haunted him bad. How do I pay for worms for you? Little Cobra, I'm not selling them right now. I need to get all my worm beds full before I sell again. So it's taking me a bit longer. I've got worms I need to divide. I just got to have time and labor to divide them. I got so many things going on here. I need to divide them between other beds so I can get them producing. I don't have enough. If I start selling, I'll run out soon. I need to get my herd fully bred up before I start selling it. Probably in the springtime for them there now. So what will happen is we will go back to let me pull up my website. I'll show it to you guys in a minute. We'll do some website sharing. This might be a good time to go ahead and do some of that, show you some of the things we're going to talk about: space weather, comets even. I said we'll talk about comets. So give me a second, and we're going to go share. That's what we'll do right now. Share screen. Ding, 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 ding. Bum, 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 bum. Flash. Gordon. Say there was dong, 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 dong. Oh, such a funny tune. Funny movie. The one that had Queen singing the song. Here we go. This is my website that I sell worms on. And I will sell other stuff from this website soon. We'll fix the tab up, make it for other gardening things. And we'll add other products in here other than just worms. Probably garlic, mushrooms, things like that. I am in the mushroom farming now, by the way, and microgreens. But it have to be things I can ship. I don't have enough turmeric to ship right now. My last year I didn't store them well. I lost a lot of turmeric last year. So I'm just trying to I probably won't sell any turmeric. Probably save what I got to try to get the next year's crop going. All right, so if we come over here to buy worms. Ding, ding, come on. It's been slow today. All of these buttons here are disabled right now. They are what they call parked. $37 to buy a half pound if it were enabled. And I may change these prices a little bit when I sell, because postage will go up over the winter. And they're saying it's slowing down too, so this is definitely not a time to be wanting to ship worms. This is the only button here that works. This button does work. So if you want to donate me money, if you want to come to greengregs.com and click the donate button, I don't get hit with the fees like you get like the super chat fees. But these buttons are all disabled right now because I'm not selling worms. Donations, that does work. All right, so this has got my contact information and other things in here. And oh, by the way, there are videos in here from my channel that are sorted in such a way they're easier to find than it is if you sort through my channel to try to find them. In the area of worms, vermiculture, gardening videos, wild edibles, these categories. There's also testimonials. Those are people who offer testimony to getting my worms. And these are broken down by category of things you'll need to know to do the job of raising worms. Like the basics: building worm bins, worm bedding, worm bin bedding. All right, feeding worms, worm care, keeping worms warm in winter, worm tea, which is worm products, harvesting worms and castings, peat moss. I made one or two videos since I've set this side up that they're not in here for worms. Let's see, gardening videos. I don't have all my gardening videos in here, but most of them are here. Same way with wild edibles. But what's the most important thing about gardening? You need to know about building your beds. That's one of the most important things to know. And it's taking a little bit for all these pictures to catch up. Quite a few things, but there's lots of videos in here. Just harvesting elephant garden. Should be a planting video before the harvesting video, but maybe I got that in backwards. It's in here somewhere though. Planting garlic. Yeah, I built these from the bottom up, basically. The ones at the top are the last added, usually. Seeds of Survival. That's one of my best videos. There's the 2 videos on their DeVace family here. These are guys that make their living off 1/10 of an acre. Beautiful family. Beautiful family. Here we are planting garlic. I'm about to do this again. I'm about to do some garlic planting. Planting turmeric. Fighting Johnson grass. This is the biggest bane of that briars here in the southeast, and deer. Sharpen the scythe. Essential garden tools. Of course, know your hose. There's a lot of things you need to know about hose. I mean, gardening. I got some microgreens videos. And below here's aquaponics videos. Oh yeah, by the way, my channel has now been had content on it for 3 years. This is my very first video I posted on the 4th of October 2018. So happy 3rd anniversary to Green Greg's. Now I know if you look on the about thing of my video, it's going to tell you my channel. It's going to tell you it was like much older than that, but I never posted anything to it for years. And I had it under a different name initially, even, but I never posted anything to it till I decided to post that video. And I changed the name of the channel before I posted that video. I don't even remember what I called it before, but I always kind of thought I'd have a gardening channel here, but I just never did anything to it. So it was just like a blank channel. And I might have searched from it a little bit, but really I did nothing. And prior to that, I did most of my internet surfing from a different channel, which has very little content to it. I did post some little bit short videos, but it's really nothing. Just test videos. Never intended that channel to be anything. All righty, let me go back and check the chat room, see what you guys are saying. All right, what are we missing here? Now we got 36 in the room. Very good. Wise Owl's here, I see. Rex Romer, trying to move this out of the way to pop it up. Let me go through here and see what folks are saying. JoJo's in the room. Wow, we got lots of folks here talking now. Let's see what I missed here real quick. Red Ragtop, Halo Dragon off. Flooding here in Sweden. Icy rains. Wow, period. But that's a mess. What's that time of the year? You're kind of in transition there. Not man. Update wife's knee surgery went well. Very good to hear that. Very good. Paul Nelson, no matter where you are, buy a raft. So like Noah's time. So sing Queen, Mama, I don't want to die. The Bohemian Rhapsody. I'd have to work on that before I could sing that one, I'm sure. I saw a version with it was made up of all the words, a lot of words spoken by Donald Trump to the Bohemian Rhapsody. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Undercover Project. God bless you, Greg. Joe says that nobody likes me. Everybody hates me, so I want to eat some worms. Yeah, that was a little song. That was a cute one. Scratch. Perry McClure, good morning. At King Kong and UK. All right, so yeah, Scratch is in the UK here. How you, JoJo says, and Rex Romer, Gigi, do you use electric fencing to keep vermin out of your growing area? No, I don't. Part of my area would be really hard to fence off unless I fenced out a perimeter of my property itself. And I got some issues of doing that too, so that's not been done. Then the biggest vermin I'll be trying to keep out would be deer, and you need a really tall fence to keep deer out. They'll jump over a regular fence. Aaron Burmer, hey Greg, have you ever thought about designing pullover hoodies for your channel? Yeah, that would be an idea. And yeah, I may do that. I'm probably going to do some merch here before too long. I had somebody actually design some merch to support my. It's got my Green Greg's logo on it to support my other channel. Actually, the Freedom Restoration Foundation. I'm paying for that out of pocket, guys. It's costing me a lot of money. Everybody, I get people criticizing me in videos. Oh, Greg, you must make a fortune selling dried food and just scathing me for it. So really, no, I don't. Not at all. Very, very little, actually. In fact, I don't even make minimum wage doing these videos, guys. Not usually. So, although one or two has paid for itself very nicely, including my worm video over time, but it's actually one of my lowest earning videos for views. but over time, it has made me so much more money because that one has got, 400, almost 40,000 views now, 439,000, somewhere in that category. All right. Well, crows eat all the worms. Crow would eat anything. So, but the biggest bird that eats worms is robins. Oh my gosh, robins will tear them up. Victoria, that's my fave. I love that song. Really? Are you talking about the Bohemian Rhapsody song? Or are you talking about the song from the soundtrack of Flash Gordon? Yeah, that's one of those that sticks in my head sometimes. Just ding, 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 ding. Flash Gordon saved everyone else. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I just think that's funny. Anyway, Aaron Boyer, that would be so cool because I really support getting out the good word of good messages wearing. Okay, I see. So that good thing. Good. Yeah. All right. I need some hoodies. Galaxy Greg and Freedom Foundation would be nice. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Well, also I can do a video like swivel heads. I can do a video about I promote global worming. I'm gonna worm my way to the top. Survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. There's a lot of little things we can make video t-shirts out of, and various little things like that. So I will do that. I got to get some things caught up first. So I got to get my taxes done. It should have been done in April because I know I'll get a refund. And Lord, I really need the money. Guys, I have been so busy. It's been rough. After that, I'll do merch, and probably I will do a course or two online. I probably want to do a worm course. There's so much more detailed stuff I can get into, especially for anybody wanting to do the worm business. What's it really take to do the worm business? What are the challenges? What is the worm business in the United States, and what's it look like? It's not what a lot of people think it is. Cassandra D. Oh, Cassandra D's in the house. Worms in space. Sandy D. That kind of reminds me of Greece, right? Sandra D. That's what your name reminds me of. There is, of course. I know Cassandra used to come in here in a different name. Cassandra was her first name. So nice to chat with you. Good to see you here. We need to talk, Cassandra. We need to talk. She's out in Arizona. Global warming. That's right. That's right. Global warming. Global warming. Aaron, you got it right there. Global warming. All right, let's go look at some other stuff here, guys. Yeah. Space weather. Let's start with space. Bohemian Rhapsody, Greg. Oh, that's your favorite. Oh, I love that song. It's crazy. That song is. It'll take me some work to do that one. All right. Let's look. What's going on in space, weather-wise? What's it going to do to us? And we're going to get into comments of space weather. Not exactly the space weather you want is, rains, comet storms. It's storming comets today. It's doomsday. Va 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 doomsday. Today is doomsday. Yeah, we don't say that today, do we? But you know what? It seems sometimes like we're too close to it. Our world's going so nutty today. All right. Sunspot. Well, that's huge. Look at that. Woo-wee. Sunspot AR2882. It says big but quiet. It has a similar Alpha class magnetic field that poses little threat for flares. Wow. Let's hope it don't spin up, become very magnetic, put out the flares, because that is a huge sunspot. And what is this pictures of here? Oh, bangs and meteors from the Quiet Comet 15P Finley. So there's a comet 15P Finley. The debris was ejected from the comet in 2014-25. In those years, some unexpected things happened. Astronomers started watching Finley dive toward the inner solar system. Was surprised when the comet erupted twice, more than quadrupling the brightness and producing massive flares of gas and dust. Oh yeah, but they thought it'd get brighter, but it never did become a naked eye visible comet, as far as I know. That was one of those. Here's some of the big orbits things out there. We may go and come back here and plug one in shortly. The good thing is the sun doesn't have anything too active facing us right now, and that's the good news after all the solar storms we just had. So we won't have to focus on solar storms. Recent and upcoming near-Earth asteroids. Now, you notice most of the red in this chart is in the past, not in the future. Why? Because all these really red ones are typically ones we just discovered. And this one came in really close, 0.1 lunar distance, which means the distance of the moon is almost 250,000 miles, more like 240,000 or a little under. So 0.1 lunar distance is about the orbit that the geosynchronous satellites, the ones that stay in the same position over Earth all the time, orbit at. That's close, relatively speaking. I mean, Earth is 8,000 miles in diameter. That orbit for those satellites is 22,000, 23,000 miles out there. So that orbit, Earth is still kind of small inside that orbit. But to come in within the orbit of the geosynchronous satellites is very significant. But this was a small rock. It probably would not have made it through the atmosphere if it hit, unless it was an iron. And in fact, this could be satellite or rocket debris. But it does have a high velocity, though. So this suggests it goes out into space a good distance. So maybe it's not rocket debris unless it was something that launched an interplanetary probe. Okay. Now, these both had a fair bit of velocity on them. They came in within the distance between the Earth and the moon also. See, every one of these, they're all 2001 numbers, and they're T numbers. So these were all discovered either as they were just approaching us or just after they missed us. These are all very recent discoveries. That's why you got more red in the past than in the future, because these tend to be more recent discoveries. Now, of course, today is the 6th of October, which is almost done. Okay, it's already the 7th of October here. It's just changed over a little bit ago. So we got to look at the last part of this chart to see if there's anything that we know of that is coming close. And as we scan through here, we look at this lunar distance indicator. And I don't see anything that's coming close enough that I would go, ooh, over. And nothing's pink enough out here to really worry about. So that's the good news. That doesn't mean there's something we hadn't seen, guys. We're always discovering stuff. And that's the proof in it right there. And I'm going to show you that there's a lot of comets that we don't really exactly know in the field of the Tard meteors. It gives us the Tard meteor shower, actually comets hidden in that. We're going to go into that, guys. That is a threat. I should make a separate video on that topic alone. And I should do that as a joint video with Galactic Griggs. I haven't posted anything on Galactic Griggs in over a month. Why? Because I'm super crazy, insanely busy. Now, here's a big boy, 135 meters. But it's passing some distance. You'll see headlines in a lot of articles. Always like, comet the size of Big Ben, comet the size of Big Eye, comet the size of the Empire State Building, passing the Earth. Yes, it'll be like, 8, 9, 10 or more lunar distances away. This one is pretty close. This one's a big one. It's 65 meters and it's 1.5 lunar distances away. Okay. This might come back to see us one day. This is 135, and this is 123 meters. So 178 meters. Yeah, we wouldn't want to see these guys hit us, guys. Fortunately, that was passing 11.1 lunar distances. Yeah. How about this? 555. Well, what a number. 555. That's a click shy of the devil, right? Don't even have a big name. But this one is not coming anywhere close. It's 8.1 lunar distances out. Astronomically, these are considered near misses, though. It really is. That's why they make headlines a lot of times. It's every day I look and see articles, and it's talking about some comet that's big as something, on Earth, and it's flying by Earth, whizzing by Earth. Well, in astronomical senses, yeah, but unless it's coming within the orbit of the moon, I tend not to get too excited because the moon is several Earth radii out there in space. Now, if we look here, just click on this and check this big boy out. Ding, 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 ding. There's some details about it. Orbit viewer. That's what I like to see, orbit viewer. We're going to come in here and look at another one saying on this. All right, that one goes outside the orbit of Mars and comes in. So this comet eventually, and it goes right to the orbit of Venus. It looks like it don't quite go inside the orbit of Venus, but then gravitational perturbances could change its orbit enough that it may one day go inside the orbit of Venus from time to time. So eventually, over the eons, this comet will likely impact either Mars, Earth, or Venus over time. That's just what happens. Eventually, the planets sweep more of these guys out as time goes, but sometimes we get new ones supplied to us by the asteroid belt. or from Comets out of the Oort cloud. Let's check out windy. We've had a lot of rain here today, guys. This is supposed to be our dry season, but it has rained a lot this month. This is the month that's supposed to be bone dry outside, one of our driest months, and it's anything but. And I attribute that to cosmic ray cloud nucleation induced by what we've had a weaker sun until recently. And that's all part of the phenomenology that I refer to as grand solar minimum. Although the projections of the grand solar minimum is that we're heading toward a great bigger minimum, weaker and weaker sun cycles. But there are a couple of analysts who talks about sun cycles as a function of time between termination points in the magnetic fields of the solar cycles. And they claim the last cycle was so short that typically after a very short cycle, you have an intense cycle. So this cycle may be an anomaly, and doesn't mean we're still not heading to grand solar minimum. This cycle may be a very intense active anomaly, which may reduce cosmic rays and give us a little break from that. But we still might be within the overall grander cycle of heading toward the grand solar minimum. However, oh yeah, by the way, Antarctica just recorded its coldest temperatures ever. You don't see that in mainstream news. The coldest temperatures ever, the coldest winter ever in Antarctica was this last winter while we were in summer here. Coldest ever in Antarctica. Yet, ice in Antarctica is melted. Why? Volcanoes underneath the continent. Antarctica might be the most volcanic continent on Earth. And those volcanoes, just like volcanoes everywhere else on Earth, are getting super active, which is one of the phenomena you see in a grand solar minimum. Now, if we have a very active sun cycle this time, it might change that. It might slow down the volcanoes a little bit. I don't know. Time will tell. But right now, volcanoes are still waking up more and more so, which could produce sulfur dioxide going into the stratosphere. If we get a lot of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere, we will reach a cooling point. That also would tend to cool Earth, in addition to cloud nucleation. So there's two effects that go kind of hand in hand there. So let's go over here. Minimize this. Let's see me when I'm trying to look at weather. Let's look at rain. I'm getting a lot of rain. Now it's almost moved to the east of us. Don't mean there's not some here. So this is where we've been getting tons of rain, just like I said. Let me zoom in. Ding. Ding. Yes, it's been cool, mild temperatures here last few days. So I live right here on the edge of this, but we've definitely been getting a lot of rain. This isn't an exact radar image, guys. So this is not exactly what we're getting. I think we're still getting rain right in here, for example. Ardmore, that's a town right on the state border between Alabama and Tennessee. In fact, Main Street Ardmore is the state line. And it's just right up here that we go to Dog Days, right on the other side. I'm gonna go there. Maybe we'll go to Dog Days this week. I don't know. I do need some more tools. Now, what I like to do sometimes is look at the projected rainfall. So let's do that. Find that again. I don't go in here often enough now to more layers. Now I won't find more layers necessarily. Rain and thunder. Yeah, I'm losing my touch here, guys. Where's the projected rainfall at? Forecast weather. More layers. Yeah, I'm not seeing it right. For the temps. That'd be good to check. Rain accumulation. Yeah, snow accumulation here. So rain accumulation. There we go. Rain accumulation. There we go. This is where you get your forecast. Next 10 days. Boing. Here's who's going to get the rain the next 10 days. A little bit up in my areas close to my area in Arizona. I'm right about here in Arizona. There's a snow accumulation I saw earlier. Forecasted weather. Let's go back. Rain and thunder. Where's the snow at? All right, I'm bogging down here. I'm getting too slow, right? Let's see. We got temperatures back. Nope. Should probably get out of rain and thunder. Go back to wind. Temperature. It's a good map to watch. Here, really cold up in here. British Columbia has finally cooled down. Had a hot summer up there. We're all cool now. Fairbanks is warm. It's 35 degrees in Fairbanks. Let's see what Delta Junction's looking at. Yeah. Where's my plus zoom sign at? There it is. Warm in Delta Junction too. Parts of Fort Greely are cold though. Mount Hayes, Mount Deborah down here. Let's go Sweden. Perry's in Sweden. Let's go look at Sweden. He says they're getting kind of a rain, ice, snow mix. Wow, look up here in Greenland. It's cold up here. Look here. This looks like the source of the wind. Looks like it's coming out of a hole here. There must be a hole in Earth right there. Not the poles, it's in Greenland. All the wind is coming out. All right, guys. And we are Sweden right here. Norway, Finland, Denmark, Nordic countries. Oh, okay. A lot of 40s, 50s. In there, 51 here. Oslo is 45. Not quite as cold as Alaska yet. Of course, you're still being serviced by the Gulf Stream. Hope that continues. There's a lot of discussions. The Gulf Stream is going to shut down. And Perry, when it does, it might get really cold where you're at. So hang on, guys. Let me come back in here. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk that in a minute. We'll talk comments. Let's go back to the chat room. Catch up with you guys and see what you're saying. Then we'll go talk comments. Talk comments in a second. We got 49 watching now. Okay, we're up. Pyramid 7's in the house. All right. Good to see Pyramid 7 here. Scratch is here. Hollow Earth is real, says Paul Melton. You think there's a hole in Greenland, Paul? Yeah, I'm not into the hollow Earth, but okay. There might be, I think there's some interdimensional stuff going on, though. I really do. A roll and butter and wee cup of tea. You having breakfast, JoJo? Or is that your dinner? Scroll back up. I missed a lot of content here. Scratch says, we Brits are a bit nuts. Santa D, been busy like you. I don't doubt it. Oh, that's as far as I'm scrolling up. Sometimes it limits what I can see. Global warming. Goodies, yeah. Santa D, been busy like you. Little Cobra. No global warming in Wisconsin. Yeah, I bet not. I bet it's cold. You getting cool up there? It's been cool here. They always say global warming is going to make our area turn dry, hot and dry. Right now it's cool and wet, not the opposite. Hey, Greg, What's up with the NASA asteroid nudge? Now we're going to do a mission. We're going to send a mission out to put a nudge on the asteroid to test our abilities to deflect one. We'll learn that in the future. The idea is you hit it with something, put an impact on it, and see what it does. We don't have anything big enough to hit one hard enough, so it thought if we hit it just a little bit way out, that we'll deflect it enough that, you know, if we catch it way enough early, that it won't hit us. But if it's late, that ain't gonna do no good. Not by itself. So there's also been the notion of having a co-orbital satellite or probe with an asteroid to fly out in front of it in such a way gravitational influence would nudge it out of orbit, or a combination of a strike and they call that a tractor beam, gravity, of having an impactor and a tractor. Impactor and a tractor, dual thing to move an asteroid. All right, people talking to each other. Have to be, see, Scratch says, have to be to live here. Have to be able the nuts part. Is that why so much good rock and roll came out of Britain? Is that it? Scratch. Scratch, don't tell me that. You'll have to be thinking I owe them something. Oh. Join a tasty M43 IPA while listening to Greg. About to call it a night. All right, it was late. It was late. Damn your shirt. Okay, you must be in Eastern time zone. Don't do me any favors. Uh-oh. Let's see. You note, one note, say anything. Which way did it go? It didn't commentator. How do you know? Did you know the number 432 can be linked to the sun and moon? Sort of. Really? Hey, Scratch, explain that. 432 is interesting because 432 is known as the God frequency. It's also my middle name. Really. Isn't that funny? And Rex was chanting that as we walked down the Mount Hollywood tunnel before I shot a halo. And we both videoed light coming from my voice. That was a weird day. Here we are, Scratch. Half of 432 is 216. 216 plus 0. 2,160. The diameter of the moon in miles. Wow. Yep, double. Okay. Now, 684 plus 3 zeros. The diameter of the sun in miles. Like the 432. Well, that's interesting, Scratch. And it happens to be the God frequency too. So is that like a message to man? Is there something divine in that? Half of 432. Yeah, that is the diameter of the moon. You're right. 2,160. Wow. That is the most interesting, Scratch. So you double 216, get 432. And you double that again and multiply by, you forgot to say double again, but that's what you did. And add 3 zeros, the diameter of the sun in miles. Wow. Wow. You say, why? That's a good question. Is this a cosmic message? Or is it telling us something? Well, it's funny. When Rex was shouting, "Here," my middle name, as we walked down the Mount Hollywood tunnel, and I shouted, "Hey, hello." Light emitted from my voice. So I got to pay attention to my middle name. Something rather magical there. That and a halo. Altitude liftoff program. Might Guinness Book of World Records. That's really cool to say, right? Hey, hello. All right. and thus it's even to travel to our east. That's because the Earth spins to the east. Scratch, I'm confused, which isn't surprising. Swear I'm losing my mind. Oh, when you lose your mind, Scratch, you had a pretty interesting thought there. I didn't really put it together like that. That's interesting. You taught me something tonight, Scratch. It took me all the way back to my middle name, which in Greek means of the mind. The Scottish version of Hugh is Hogue, by the way, like the prophet. Nostradamus' friend, Hogue. Like scones. Num num with butter. Okay. Oh, that's where Joe got that. All right. You're without a summer, says Willie Fitz. Yeah, in 1817 because of a volcano Tambora. A bucket of tea for me. Okay, Scratch. You must need some caffeine. Perry, we got all the normal October rain in one day yesterday. Wow, river swollen. No, you don't get all your rain in one day. We've had a lot of flooding lately here too. We had tons of rain this year. Tons of rain. Wee snippet. Oh, you want to hear a wee snippet of Bohemian Rhapsody? I wish I could go on here and just take snippets of songs from YouTube and show them to you without getting hits for them. But I actually tried that. I thought that if I talked over it and editorialized it, I could get away with it. And I did snippets from various Clint Eastwood movies, just very short snippets, and I talked over them. Boy, they struck every one of them. They struck them hard. It's bad. I took the video down. It was one of our late nights. We had a fun chat session, but I had to take it off. There's just too many of those for me to even get them all deleted and leave it up. So there you go. I heard it snowed yesterday up in Arizona where you have lands is concerned. It may have. Wouldn't surprise me. You know, I was there Thanksgiving year before last. We got a real good snowstorm when I was there. The watchman, Greg, all of Revelation 18 has happened. The trade ships off the coast and the pharma, the plague spoken of in that chapter. The ships captains weak and throw ashes over their heads. Oh, yeah. Well, they're definitely distraught, just like that. Snow in Flagstaff. Okay, Jesse's in that area. I think over 11,000 feet. My property is over 5,000 feet, not 11. No, maybe 4. I have to go back and look. It's 4 or 5,000 feet, something like that. All right. Jojo am awatama white bed. Wow, what is that, Jojo? You make what you're saying there. Going tonight, going to bed. Okay. Sweet dreams, Jojo. Keep the snow over there, please, says Scratch. I missed somebody's comment. Heavy lightning and thunder in southern Illinois. Scratch. No, I got bugs everywhere. Okay. Paul Nelson, very sure someone released small spider-sized drones biting people. Yeah, we call those mosquitoes around here. There are tons of them. We got a worse mosquito here. I don't know when. But 7 says, yo, heard Sweden had no for the young. Let's hope we don't get for the young here either. By now the age is 12. But there are those that would like to change it. Is Uncle Joe going to give over Taiwan with all of our infrastructure and equipment on the ground? Oh, is he going to make it like a Afghanistan 2.0? I hope not. I don't know what's going to happen there, guys. It's not looking pretty. Preston Robert. Yo, left, Opelika, you put Olika. Opelika at Auburn University. Fit in one. What? Ortosis. Go Tigers, back Daytona. Yeah, Auburn and Opelika are two towns next to each other in southeast Alabama. And Tuscaloosa were the Alabama teams in West Alabama. So we have Auburn on one side and Alabama on the other. Put my stovepipe up yesterday. Okay, Willie fix. That's a good thing there. Okay, the Watchman. Oh yeah, by the way, my first name Gregory is the Watchman. Gregory means watchman. Hugh in Greek means of the mind, although 432 hertz is the God frequency. Isn't that funny? So the word Hugh actually is 432 hertz. Makes it an interesting word, an interesting name. Allison in Teutonic is of holy fame. So my name is the Watchman of the mind of holy fame. Is that weird? Is that weird or what? That Paul Nelson. That is an ice age scenario when the Gulf Stream stops. Yeah, that would definitely freeze Northern Europe out pretty good. I was married to a gnat. She went away. Both, Greg. Not JoJo. Good night. Sweet dreams. La Palma not coming down. Oh, that's true. She is firing and firing and probably getting. She seems to be kicking up even more. Sweden withdrew. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that, Gary. Problems around the heart muscle. A lot of people been having problems with that. Will it fix it? Got broke wing. I'm still healing. Oh, what happened to you? Raw solar off grid. Good morning, Greg. Well, good morning to you, Raw Solar. Where are you located? I definitely got to have off-grid power in Arizona, and I need to put some in here too. Jetty A is in the house. How you doing? I got 47 watching now, so we're actually picking up steam here. Randy Newman off to bed. Good night. Well, good night. I don't want to talk about comments here, so if you got to go to bed, you might want to come back and check out this part. When we get to it, we're going to talk comets. Really big comets, and comets breaking up. My son looked like a little Swede when he was young. Yeah, white hair and blue eyes. Well, so did I. Scratch you probably have Nordic blood in you. As do I. Let's see. Saw B NASA Nelson. Oh, local TV. Yeah, okay. Now Newson, right? B Newson. B NASA Newson. I don't know what that is. Nelson is administrator of NASA. He used to be a congressman. He rode a space shuttle. When he became senator, I visited his office. Got a major change made in space legislation. Pyramid 7. Scratch. And let's see, Night Randy. Green Greg's good evening, says Alfred Phillips. NASA NEQW experiment. Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no mind control. So school control. Banksters, leave our kids alone. How about that? All right, Pyramid 7 showing the guitar. Paul Nelson got a make a tug ship with several thorium molten salt reactors and a boatload of superconducting photon drives. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. I need to rewrite that. That whole tune is ripe to be rewritten. It's something today. Now, I did rewrite a song. I made some lyrics to it, but I was afraid if I called it out that it was going to get in trouble. Oh, yeah, I just found it. Riots in the Sun. Maybe I'll sing that tonight. Just the summer is now over, and this summer wasn't quite as hot as last summer in that area. Maybe 669 is 999. Asteroid 999. Yeah, guys. Apophis, the name of asteroid. It also fits Revelations, guys. Apophis is named in Revelations. The destroyer. Apollyon, Apophis. It means the same thing. The fact that they numbered it 999 and 42. What's 42? It's the answer to all things, according to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? So 999, 42, Apophis. Yeah, kind of scary. It's going to be coming close to Earth a couple of times. 400-year solar cycles. Yeah, I've been seeing some talk on that. Bad cold every time. That's the cycle of the grand solar minimum, guys. The end of empire. On Facebook is my page. Okay. Also the end of an age. Well, we gotta find your page, Facebook page there, Perry. Perry, ding, ding, ding. You are now a moderator. Why don't you share your Facebook page link? You can now share links in the channel. We don't need no education. Ding, 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 ding. We don't need no mind control. How about we don't need your education. Ding, 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 ding. We don't need your mind control. Greg, your mic is a bit scratchy. Yeah, sorry about that. It's the camera mic. I've got expensive mics I bought, but I can't run them on this computer for some reason. They used to run them. They don't support them now. Run out of names a long time ago. And Terra mechanism. Oh, that's the mechanism where you get light and dark differences, moving comets around, I believe. What's the name of that? I forget. Watchman says it's been a long day. Well, glad to have you had you here. We're going to go in the comments as soon as I get through the comments down here. I'm almost at the bottom of the comments. Then we're going to go. Well, I'll go from comments to comments. Comments to comments. Thanks for watching my future Madison County meetup. Oh, Madison County. Okay, Preston. So you're going to come up here? I am in Madison County, guys. Hertz. Hertz also good. 438 hertz. Might be a lot of hertz in 438 hertz. Yeah, that's probably what they changed the A note to, right? Congress can put our bases on eBay and China can bid. Oh my God. Spraying my wings, something popped. In a few weeks, icing. Oh, yikes. That's Joe won't sell them. He'll give them away. Oh, yeah, Scratch probably. Oh, Scratch. What are people in England thinking about Sleepy Joe, Creepy Joe? Have y'all heard the football game chant that starts with F and ends with a word that rhymes with duck? Joe Biden going on all the football games all over the country. They're just shouting it over and over. Okay, Nix or Sense. Looks like you're putting some bad stuff out. Good job, Scratch. Then somebody else come in here, probably the same person, just changed name. Terenti Castro. Good job, Scratch. You're on the job there. Oh no, yeah, it's the same thing. We're getting little attacks here. And Scratch, you're doing a great job tonight. Thank you, sir. Yeah, they came in the 3 there. Gunner Dream says, Willie fix it. Every day you look more like Willie. Uh-oh. No, like Charlie D. 48 is my chicken number. Hello, Arnold. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're up to 50 likes. We got 50 in the room. We've had a lot more people in here tonight. I was figuring you'd join us sooner or later there, Arnold. Paul, why eBay? Biden gives all the equipment they want. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, he give all the GUNs to the Taliban, the terrorists. You know, his previous administration shipped arms to Mexico, to the gangs down there, but they want to take them from us. What sense is that? All right, Perry just shared his Facebook site, so check that out. Yeah, I'm gonna click on it. Bling. It'll load, and we'll go over and look at it in a minute. Scratch. No idea, GG, but personally, I think he should be locked up. Excuse me. A lot of people are there. I got to do a new video pretty soon about civil war in this country too, guys. Love you more, Joan, says Scratch. There you go. Scratch deserves a raise, Greg. He do. Scratch is a good guy. Perry, the end of age. All right, we got the Bob and chat finally. Let's go over and check out the end of the age. Oh, the end of the empire. Well, I think I've joined this, haven't I not? There we go. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. Oh, I like that. Yeah, Greta Thunberg living the high life, and she lectures us all. That's the way they usually do. All right, guys. Shaking my head, Sean meteorology segment. Yeah, what's all the black dots? Flooding. Oh yeah, flooding. Yeah, we've had our share of flooding. Arizona had some flooding there. Monsoon season. Wow. Runes. 1,200-year-old Viking stone warns of next little ice age. Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Woden approves. This is Woden approved, guys. Woden approves. We don't need your bad education. Ding, 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 ding. Oh my gosh. We don't need no mind control. My little, oh. A warning to everyone pushing. During the Nuremberg trials, even the media was prosecuted and put, yes. This is what we need now, a new Nuremberg trial. Yep, there we go. Boom. Boom. Look at the lightning inside the volcanic ash plume, guys. Boom. Hey, it's Thursday already. Today is Thursday now. Good time to be talking about lightning, right, Perry? The end of the empire. Do 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. All right, let's see. That should be. How do you get to this page? How do you get to the top of it, guys? So I click back here. All right, let's go from comments to comets. That's what I said I was going to do earlier, right? And we're going to go to the largest comet. Bang! We just discovered the largest comet we've ever discovered, Bernardinelli, I guess. I don't know if that's the way you'd say it, Bernard or Bernardinelli. At least it starts out with what looks like Bernard Bernardinelli Bernstein, like the Bernstein Bears, which some people now say was Berenstain Bears. I don't know, guys. It's kind of funny. The Mandela effect discussions related to that. This thing is huge. Well, look, 1,000 times more massive than a typical comet, making the largest comet discovered in modern times. It comes from the distant Oort cloud, journeying from the inner over millions of years. So this has got a huge orbit to this comet. We've seen comets like Halley's Comet had an orbit of over 76 years. We've seen other comets like Hayataka would have an orbit maybe, 4,000 years. Hale-Bopp would be a long orbit comet. We'll look at Hale-Bopp here in a little bit, because that was a huge comet. And I met Dr. Hale, one of the co-discoverers of Hale-Bopp, a couple times. And that was one of the largest comets we've seen close by to Earth, naked to the eye, which was hanging in the sky when I was in my Halo Skylaunch 1 rocket that made the Guinness Book of World Records. That comet was hanging in the sky and lighting us up as we were preparing our rocket. It soared to space. So let's find one of these that link don't. Yeah, I got to find a link I can actually get into. CNN, we don't go to CNN. Space.com. That page tends to have a lot of junk in it. Maybe this will work right here. Bing. Oh, some of these say it's 93 miles in diameter. Some say 62 miles. So I'm seeing a lot of all right, 62 to 124 miles wide. So we don't know exactly how wide it is. Now 62 is a lower number, which is 10 times the size of the comet that hit in diameter that hit Yucatan. But that's just diameter, which would be many times more massive than even that comet. 10 times the matter of most comets. Yeah, more than 10 times. 124 miles would be unbelievably huge. Let's see, Binghamton to New York is 73 miles. Okay, so yeah, this must be in New York channel here, because we're defining this in distances within the state of New York. The good thing about this comet is its nearest approach to the sun is just outside the orbit of Saturn. So we shouldn't be too scared of this comet. Let's hope not. Well, there's a bunch of ads trying to open here. So this is one of those pages that's going to open 20 zillion ads and probably crash my memory if I stay here long. They got there in a telescope view. I'm going to get out of this page, guys, because it's going to kill me. Too many ads on it. It's going to kill our memory. We go out of this page. We can comment. There is actually a number of this comet, so if I can enter it right. I did this the other day. I went back over to the small bodies thing here. And I entered this comet. Well, I got so much stuff there. I probably should have killed that page. My memory is maxed out. It's making it hard to load pages now. Or do anything else with this. Let's kill this page. We'll kill the garden page. Bang. We got to end some stuff, guys. Got too much memory. I'm crashing memory-wise. Yeah, this computer can't support a whole lot of things being open. Now we're going to end Wendy, since we've already looked at Wendy. Now we got to get our memory profile down. All right, now maybe I can do something. Now, I don't have the exact number for this body. If I could enter it, where is, here can you enter? Small body database, look up. Let's see if we can find this guy by that name. Oh, there it is. C 2014 UN 271. That's the astronomical name of this object. Now we can go to orbital viewer and look at it. Flash. This thing comes from way out. That's the orbit of Saturn. This thing comes between the orbit of Saturn and the orbit of Neptune. Well, yeah, like the orbit of Saturn and Uranus, actually. There's Neptune. So it's between Saturn and Uranus. That's as close as it's going to get. It's somewhere way up in here right now, but we're already seeing it. This thing is huge. The Earth is way up in here. So this thing, this one doesn't seem to directly threaten us. Hey, let's see. Can I do a Hale-Bopp? Let's see where Hale-Bopp's at. Hale-Bopp, bop, 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 bop music. Bing, Hale-Bopp. See, 1995-01, Hale-Bopp. Let's get orbit viewer on. Wait, listen. Let's see if this gives us a diameter. What do you find out here on this body? Let's see, diameter. Elements. That's orbital elements. Magnitude. Diameter. 60 kilometers. Not miles, but kilometers. So, but that would put it right at 10 miles. Wow, this is the size of the one that hit the Yucatan, guys. Hale-Bopp was the size of the comet that hit the Yucatan. So some people think that was an asteroid. Maybe it was. Hale-Bopp was a big, big comet, but not near as big as the Bernstein-Bear comet. That's what we'll have to rename it. It's easier to say than Bernardinelli. So Bernstein. Just call it Bernstein-Bear comet. Wow, look at that orbit. It's like a straight line. Holy guacamole, smoke-a-moly. It went close to the sun. That was a beautiful comet. Wow. Perigee is just an astronomical unit. It's 130. It's got to be more than that. Wow. All right. I think we're going to end that. We're going to go look at a couple of other things, guys. So we just saw about the largest comet, which is at a minimum of at least 62 miles in diameter, which is much bigger than a comet that hit the Yucatan and wiped out the dinosaurs. Much bigger than a comet that wiped out the dinosaurs. Again, this is Hale-Bopp. Hale-Bopp right here, guys. I've seen this comet hanging in the skies, and what year was that? 1997, May, 11 May, 1997, when we launched our Raccoon rocket. The night of 10 May, 11 May, this was hanging in the sky overhead. It was huge. Most beautiful comet I ever saw in my life. It was a big, big comet. All right, but it dwarfs in comparison to Bernardinelli, Bernstein-Bear comet. But look over here. There has been a comet almost that size, maybe that size, that has come into the inner solar system and broke up. Oh, Daily Mail. I don't know when. That's going to take forever. Daily Mail is one of those sites. It's a British site with chock full of ads, which makes it a memory killer. So let's kill some other tabs here so that I can make room for this Brit site with all its crazy ads. We don't kill this tab. This is us. I can come back here and read our comments in a minute. Yeah, see, I killed enough stuff now that this will open up. Yeah, my memory is almost tanking on here. If I can get it to open back up. All right. Mosquito flying around here. Try to get it. That's where I snapped my hands at. It went off and hid after I snapped at it. The skeeter is a meat eater. He wants a piece of me. Dozens, guys, this is what I want to show. Dozens of near-Earth asteroids hidden in the debris that produces the Taurid meteor shower from the breakup of a giant 62-mile-wide comet over 20,000 years ago. And it's believed that this comet was the source of the impact that hit and caused the Younger Dryas, which is, as we were just beginning to come out of the last ice age, we were suddenly plunged into a very catastrophic period of cold and dust that lasted over 1,000 years, called the Younger Dryas. It was an intense bad time, and the megafauna in both Europe and the United States died out. Well, the United States was hit by debris all over the place from the secondary particles that came out of that impact off the Laurentine ice sheet, because you have the Carolina bays that, in fact, there's looks like two different sources of Carolina bays that came out of this impact. And there's also another impact in northern Greenland and a couple other impacts that date the same time frame. So it may be that when this comet broke up, and there was a couple of pieces, 2 or 3 pieces that were near each other, maybe one orbited the other like a moon, and they hit Earth and caused massive impacts that and just pieces of this comet, not the comet, but pieces of it. It caused catastrophe on Earth 12,500 years ago that initiated Younger Dryas. It wiped out the entire human culture in North America. The Clovis Point people were eradicated at that point. And some people think the Clovis Point people that had settled North America were actually of European descent, because their points are more similar technologically to points that come out of France. Whereas the Eskimo, the Indians that crossed the Bering Strait, use entirely different type of arrowhead and spear points, nothing like the Clovis Point. And they never ever produced points like the Clovis Point. So there are those, because that I think the Clovis Paleo Indians were actually Europeans. Whatever the case is, they were wiped out along with the megafauna of North America by this very catastrophic event, which says that asteroid impact, stuff from space, can really hit us hard. And we see now this Taurid meteor shower comes from the breakup of a single comet just 20,000 years ago, suggested by this study. So guys, this is very interesting. And some people have been suggesting this actually, since the 80s. And the recent study seems to vindicate this. Some of these asteroids are more than a mile wide. See, there are asteroids in this comet stream. Usually a comet stream or a meteor stream is left over by a comet, and most of the particles in almost all of them are no bigger than a speck of sand, and they create nice, pretty little meteor showers. Some of these asteroids are more than a mile wide in this one, though. So this one, it could cause catastrophe on Earth yet again, making them too large to be produced from Comet Encke. So for a long time, they thought the Taurid meteor shower come from a comet that's actually in that shower, Comet Encke. What we now believe is that Comet Encke is the leftovers of a larger comet. It's actually a piece of that comet that originally came through. How about that, guys? The new study involved a review of dozens of research papers published since the 1980s. So this is not new news, but this is, I guess, the final analysis that seems to confirm this case. Comet Encke and all the larger asteroids all came from the breakup of a 62-mile wide ice ball 20,000 years ago. How about that, guys? How about that? Earth passes through part of the stream every year, the Taurid meteors. appearing as shooting stars in the skies every when October. Yeah, this is the month in the southern hemisphere and November in the north. Comet Yankee was first spotted in 1786. Wow. Of course, it does leave, all comets leave trail of debris, and it does leave its own trail of debris. But there's other stuff in here. Experts have previously linked the tard impacts to the death of prehistoric cultures, a global climate cooling during the glaciation period known as the Younger Dryas. There you are, guys. It's also thought that the Tunguska event in 1908, we saw a small asteroid explode 5 miles above an inhabited, actually they mean uninhabited, part of Russia in 1908 was linked to the Tard stream. There's also the Chelyabinsk meteor. Check it out, guys. The Chelyabinsk, how do you say it? Chelyabinsk meteor, which injured over 1,500 people when it broke up in 2013. This is over Russia. Also likely, I don't know for a fact, came from the Tardy complex. 2000. Now here we go. I like this one. And in 2005, NASA astronomer Rob Suggs. This is one of my friends, Rob Suggs. I took a picture of him and Mitzi Adams, another astronomer friend, at the same time. It's coincidentally both showed up at my booth at the farmers market at the same time once. Rob Suggs, you and I used to work for Grumman on the space station integration contract here in Huntsville, Alabama, back when it was Space Station Freedom under George Bush. Reagan started the space station program. Rob Suggs and I were co-workers. He's a good friend of mine. He is from the Marshall Space Flight Center. He's NASA now. Back then, he worked for Grumman for a while. But in 2005, NASA astronomer Rob Suggs reported a brief flash of light from a lunar impact while testing a new 2,500 millimeter telescope and video camera. Later, it was confirmed as part of the Taurid meteor shower. So the Taurid meteor shower has potential surprises in it, and it could be catastrophic and have been in the past 12,500 years ago. Where's that skeeter at? I got a view real quick. The Columbia team, with astronomers from the University of Salento, however you say it, in Italy, reanalyzed dozens of papers published on impacts, allowing them to confirm that the complex was made up of 88 larger objects. So there's 88 large objects in that stream, guys. 88 large objects still in that meteor stream that we know of. Yikes. 67% of them had evidence of cometary activity. Okay. So they still may outgas a little bit. Comet Inky being the one that outgasses the most, which means the smaller ones have mostly outgassed. They're more volatile material, so they look more like asteroids now. This provided a smoking gun for the shared theory according to So there's several papers that have been looking at this, many astronomers trying to figure this out. Wow. There's a Taurid meteor right there. Teams say the asteroids in the stream could pose a threat to Earth and other objects. How about that, guys? The ancestor may have been a rubble pile made of elementary rock. Now, I need to do a separate video just on this, guys. Lead off of this. A lot of people aren't going to see this in this video because they won't stay on this long. And then I could share this with galactic. Ow! I hate it when they run away like that. Galactic Grads. In fact, I ought to interview Rob Suggs. Come on, he might do it. Or I might get Rob on here. I might interview Rob. This is interesting, guys. So a comet, maybe not quite as big, but nearly as big as the one that we're now claiming is the biggest comet we've ever seen, has come into the inner solar system, has broken up, and debris from that comet has hit Earth, apparently, still hits Earth, like with the Tunguska event, and will hit Earth yet again. It could happen anytime. So comets, meteors, that could have been the thing that seemed to have wiped out the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. There's been papers recently claiming that that was a result of an impact. So there you go, my friends. Or that could have been from another source. There are other debris sources out there that come into the inner solar system and can cause problems. So there you go, my friends. It would have been a sight to have seen if you would have been around and could have seen that comet coming through, right? All right, we need to, I'm gonna stop the share and I'm gonna read from this page here. So, bing, bing. Hello. How's everybody doing? I'm drinking some coffee, so I'll stay awake through this podcast here. So I'm going to read your comments now. I should do an entirely separate video on this because, you know, when you're talking about prepping, a comet impact is definitely something to prep for. Oh, yeah, but if you're on ground zero, then, yeah, you ain't going to make it. Oh, wow, I'm going to have to roll all the way to the top because apparently I missed some comments, guys. I missed comments. I'm all the way to the top. Comment is North Shore Preparedness. Hi, North Shore. He's talking to Cha-Cha. Okay. Cha-Cha's laughing, so I don't know what y'all were talking about. Will he fix it? Not man, glad to hear you, buddy. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna skip through. Everybody's talking to each other. Paul Nelson, red Kachina, dwarf 4 horizontal bands, blue Kachina, sky blue with 2 bands of white clouds. Yeah, we may have these blue and red Kachinas coming in here soon, guys. And that's what this comment indeed may be one of them. My eyebrows made right now. BRB, Mother Nature. Oh, we got Mother Nature called Skeeter, says Little Cobra. Yeah, you heard me there. So I must have missed a lot of comments. Let's see. I remember looking at it and thinking it was not moving. You're talking about, yeah, don't look like it from Earth. It's so far out there. It looks like it's moving slow to us, but it's really booking. But you're seeing it so far out. You know, it's just like an airplane in the sky. It's hard to believe it's going 700 miles an hour. You know, it's way up there, 4,700. Bloody skeeters. Well, if that thing has bit me, it'll be bloody. It was looking kind of big, so it may be a bloody skeeter already. I've killed a few and found smudges of red, which means they got me before I got them. But they didn't get away with their crime. Let's see. Let's see here. What did it say? Little Cobra says, I can't spell. Yeah, I'm with you there, buddy. There you go. Let's see. Definitely. But we can build starship homesteads now. Shaking my head. Excuse me, guys. I'm scratching. I forgot y'all can see me. I'm in here now. Yeah, my back. Maybe that's where Skeeter got me. Skeeter might have got my back there. Yeah, I had a little itch. Had to kind of scratch it. But that Skeeter did get my back. That's why he was flying so slow and looking so big. You already got a piece of me. I need to get him. I got another little self-defense tool to get him with. If I should see him long enough, I got a spray bottle of alcohol here. If I could hit him straight on with it, that'll make him come down. So, you know, this is also good to take down fruit flies, guys. So a little fruit fly flying around, go zap, zap, and get them. And they'll crash. And then you squirt them again, and it will cause them to expire quite readily. So, also, you can use that some ants, little sugar ants in the house. But we can build starship homesteads. Let's see. Scratch. I reckon my mind is feeling the effects of it already. We have been thinking straight lately. We haven't been thinking straightly. Keep spacing out. Confusion. It's a bit weird. Yeah, they want to keep us confused. Arnold Smith. You can see the Orion Nebula with binoculars. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's one nebula you can see. Actually, it's the only deep space object that you can see with your naked eyes. The Orion Nebula is a nebula, and it is It is the middle star and the sword of Orion. So if you look at Orion, he's got the sword hanging from his belt. The middle star is the Orion Nebula, and it's beautiful to see. Yeah, I'm just now seeing a video of me scratching my back. I guess y'all were just seeing it as I'm sitting here looking at this thing. Yeah, let's see. How many shiitakes have, how many satellites, I guess you say, have the decayed orbit? Well, lots and lots and lots. I don't know how many satellites have fallen out of orbit. We got so many up there now, it's crazy with these little constellations like Elon's launching. It felt like my top was struck to me on my right side. Uh-oh. Scratch, it sounds like a micro stroke. Oh no. That don't sound good. Space junk fall from the sky. Well, it does, and I think I've seen a number of pieces of that falling down and burning. Head, it's a scratch. Ah, yeah, I'm still itching. I think I got bit on the back for sure. Oh, Scratch, is this now? Are you having this problem now, Scratch? I had a spinning scotoscope thing in my left eye about 3 weeks back in my peripheral vision. It's driving me bonkers. And after about 30 minutes, I went numb, tingly right up my side. Oh, so this happened 3 weeks ago. Well, then that's already a past event. I don't know if you might want to see a doctor and have it examine you. I get these things called ocular migraines, and they don't hurt. It's not a headache, but what it is, it's like a little point of light will show up in my field of view, like a bright little point, bright light, and then it will open up, start spreading, and it will become an arc. And there's an arc of bright shimmering lights, and there'll be like wedges or triangles, and there'll be orange and purple and green and just flashing and shimmering, and it really disrupts my field of view when it happens. And it starts at this little point and it grows into a semicircle. It's like a kaleidoscope, like really looking into a kaleidoscope. And eventually it just expands and expands and expands, and it goes out of my field of view, and then it's over. But it's just a weird phenomenon. I don't like it. Nobody, they don't really know what the cause of that is. But I get those now. The first time it happened to me, it freaked me out. I thought, what in the world is happening? It scared me. I didn't know what it was. What was happening to me? Something was wrong. Cha-cha, Scrappy Cat. Hello, my friend. How are you? All right. Hello. Let's see. North Shore. Welcome to the chat. All consider hitting the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, all the likes I get are appreciated. Super chats are appreciated. Thank you. People appreciate the opinions because I really haven't told anyone. Scratch, you know, that's the kind of thing you might want to tell people, talk about. You could have something going there. It could be a mini stroke, a micro stroke. So you do need to get a doctor and get checked out and see if all your parameters are in order. That was not a bullet, says commentator. Cha-cha, talking Frozen. From Frozen, hello, Northern. Northern Frozen, kind of go hand in hand, right? Especially in the wintertime. All right, we got Kermit 432. ET playing pool with us, just with comments. Oh yeah, playing pool. Well, I hope I don't get a yeah, I hope they don't put one in the left pocket. I hope that's not Earth, right? Left corner pocket. 8 ball in the left corner pocket. Yeah, you know what? You don't want to sink the 8 ball. Thank you, Cha Cha. Scratch. Heart from Cha Cha. All right. Let's see. Little trouble. Thank you. Nightman talking to Scratch. Yeah, you want to get checked out. I agree with that entirely. Just go get checked out. No. I remote viewed Mount Rainier eruption from Lake Union. I remote reviewed a Mount Rainier eruption. So when do you think that's going to happen? Got any idea? Mount Rainier, excuse me. Mount Rainier. Wow. Mount Rainier would be rough. Also got the Cascadia subduction zone that could go off too, guys, at any time. Kermit 432. Or that's not Kermit, that's Kemet. Kemet 432. Any evidence on the moon? I don't know, maybe I need to talk to my buddy, Rob Suggs. There's that Skeeter. I think that's I got him. There's a Skeeter. Gone. Well, that one hadn't bit me. That one's not bloody, but I don't think that's the one I saw earlier. Yeah, we got tons of Skeeters out here. That was a Skeeter. That's a Skeeter has been. A former Skeeter. All right, now y'all seen me in intercept mode. I almost got the other one. Just almost got him. I heard me clapping. Now I shall sanitize my hands. Do, 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 do. Get some alcohol on it. And we'll sanitize any joins from the Skeeter joins. Wipe it off here. That's a way of washing my hands too. Washing my hands with alcohol. Yow. Everybody's telling Scratch to see a doctor. Amen. Stellar core. A meteor storm is coming. Yeah, we're gonna see some more Taurid meteors right here soon. It's almost time for them. Let's hope they're just little specks of sand. Let's hope we don't get them mile-wide asteroids coming. It's raining asteroids. That would not be the weather forecast that we want to hear. And you probably wouldn't know it till it's already happened. That's the sad part. Send the you know who there on the moon. All right, little Cobra. That's a little bit hard to follow. That's a little hard to follow. All right. Perry McClure says the great year is 25. That's about 26,000 years. That's that's the cycle of precessions. 12,500 year cosmic cycle. Yeah, it's half a perception almost, precession. Over and over again, according to Diamond, ORP, Magnetic Reversal News, our page end of the Ice Age combines science with prophecy. That's interesting how that works. Well, they fix it, says Halo. We'll show preparing us. Hi, Mr. Greg. Scratch, health issues happen a lot when sap is rising or falling. Interesting. I wonder how my sap is doing. Oh, yeah, Scrappy says North Shore. Scratch, that is right. Never knew that. I learned a lot on this channel. There you go. And we learned a lot from each other. Scratch, you taught me some stuff tonight about 432. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Oh, sure. Mr. Greggs, we've been chatting it up. That's good. That's good. That's what y'all should do here. This is a family event. 69 watching now. Good number. 69 for this time of night. Yeah, that's a good number. We're already at 1:23 my time. 01:2300 hours. Sing a Willie Nelson song. Guys, I probably blue eyes crying in the rain. How about that? Yeah, I don't know all the words to it, guys. He got a full belly, Greg. Reed Skeeter. That one didn't. There was no red on my hands from that one. I think the earlier one I snapped that got me. My back has an itch on it. So I think one of them got me, but I got one of them. Bit of vinegar will do the same for fruit flies. Alcohol gets them faster, though. I do keep a spray. I keep 2 spray balls in my kitchen, one with alcohol and one with vinegar. And I wash stuff, veggies with the vinegar before I eat them, or I spray down fruits with vinegar. Paul, copper burns blue-green. So we might cut some copper and a comet and give us the blue Kachina, right? All right. Oh, cha-cha. All right, yeah. Paul Nelson says, and copper oxide is black. Well, you do get green on copper. That's a copper oxide. It's copper oxidized. North Shore Preparedness, Mr. Gregg, is the belt of Orion where the Sirius stars are. No, Sirius, though, trails Orion. It's like Taurus is right at the era. The bull is right at the era where Taurus is aiming his arrow. But his dog, with Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, is behind him. So it's the bull, Taurus, Orion, and the constellation Canis Major with Sirius. So there you go. Sirius is dog star, follows Orion. Yeah, you know, there's tribe in Africa that believe that that they're descended from a planet that is around the dog star. And sure enough, we discovered now that there's a couple planets. There's some things about that constellation that we found out astronomically recently that match what the Dogon tribe, I believe they're called Dogon tribe in Africa, believe. So that's highly interesting. They seem to have had some insider knowledge on that star system. I'm sure it was their astute astronomers that discovered that. How did that happen? Interesting, right? There's a patchwork. I don't know. Seeing stars, mine are white fluffy floatsies. Uh-oh. Some people have black spots. Scratch the kaleidoscope like Greg. He said he's in one eye. I mean, it's in neither eye. It's like in my field of vision. It's not in one particular eye. It's like in my visual cortex in my brain. That's where it appears. Paul, you're correct. Upper copper oxide is black, but I was referring to it when it was burning. Yeah, it was burning. Scratch always in peripheral vision because I followed the eye movement, so I couldn't look straight at it. Mine starts as a point of light, right somewhere in my field of view, like close to the center, and then or it could be anywhere, and then it just expands and expands and expands and just gets bigger and bigger and opening up. Yeah, now meat frozen, LOL. North meat frozen. Yeah, there we go. North meat frozen. Yes, and gold has a blue line. Ooh, copper and gold. So we could have a blue Kachina, which would be gold, and or maybe copper, green, and blue. North Shore has been hard times for us a lot. They wouldn't mind it getting harder, unfortunately. Seems to be the case for Epi. Commentator C60 helps with that. With the ocular migraines. I need to get me some more. I had a bottle of C60. Rick sent me. Had laser done on my eyes. Then the guy asked me if I needed glasses. No more of that. Okay, little Cobra. R.I.P. Skeeter. That's right. Bye-bye, Skeeter. Close the door. My door is closed. But I get people coming in and out, and when they do, the mosquitoes come in. Paul Nelson. Sorry, I was going to stick around when I saw the column heading to space. I wasn't going to stick around. Uh-oh. You don't like us talking about space there, Paul? Talked about comets. Back in 1980, I could see the 4 largest moons of Jupiter with my binoculars. Oh, wow. I've seen them in a telescope. Oh, yeah, you can see them sometimes with good binoculars, especially when Jupiter's closer. I was taught that the moon was made of cheese. Yeah, that's why Jethro Bodine, Bodine or whatever, built his little backpack rocket was going to go on the moon. Remember that? Green cheese, exactly. Of course, he thought there were moon maidens there too, right? Mr. Greggs, is it on the belt of Orion? No, it's in the sword below the belt. Sword below the belt. It's the middle star of his sword. That is the Orion Nebula. If you look at it with a telescope, maybe even binoculars, really good binoculars, you can see that it's a nebula. Get a telescope and look at it. It's really interesting. I've done that. Fukushima type event. Uh-oh. 2011 plus 11.12 equals 2022. 2 equals 4 equals 222. Hey guys, we're almost in 2022. I might have to pull up something shortly. Greg, the doggone tribe. Yeah, the doggone tribe. That's kind of interesting. Doggone, dog star, doggone, dog star, dog follows the hunter. Yeah, exactly. And the Tarsa Boy is right in front of the era of the hunter, Orion. Of course, one day Orion might lose his right shoulder when Beetlejuice goes boom. That'll be interesting. Roughly 1980 years ago, the revelation of John 12 was written. And on that September 23rd, 2017, the event took place. What other astronomical event is taking place right now? September 23rd, 2017. Okay, Arnold, I give up. Tell us. Actually, start with what was the astronomical event that took place in 2017. That would be a good one. Jesse Mills, skeeter bite, use fingernail and make an X on the bite. It will stop the itching for a bit. Oh, but it's on my back. I can't exactly draw an X on my back. You see like a fly. Then it spreads throughout your entire vision. But it's a looking down a kaleidoscope. Bright, shimmering, bright colored lights like in wedges or triangles interlocking. Detox heavy metals. What is C60 SCQ? It's a carbon 60 buckyballs, Buckminster fullerenes. And you can get it in drinks. It's said to be a strong antioxidant. So, Rex used to advertise C60 a lot. He sent me a bottle. I drank a bottle of it. I didn't notice any difference, but maybe it's just because I'm so stressed out. Yes, Perry, that is true. A lot of other things we'll take for granted are pagan or mythology based. Sometimes you might find the mythology is based on an event that took place that actually happened, like the comet that hit the Laurentide ice sheet. Got a skeeter net, but can't remember what I did with it. Okay. We're coming with China. Good chance. It's getting worse every day. I'm a dog guy, says Willie Fix North Shore. Talking to Cha Cha, Thomas, Theory Alt. Everything in retrograde now, except for Mars and Venus. Love and hate, war. Everything's in retrograde except for love and war and love. I got a fly at work which is following me around. I call him Marty. Oh my gosh. Marty the Fly. Marty McFly. Oh, Marty McFly. Uh-oh. Where is my Marty McFly cap at, guys? Where did I put it? It's on my shelf over there. Oh my gosh. I need to find my Marty McFly cap. I haven't seen it recently. Like neon little squares, triangles all lit up, flying around. You cannot see until it goes away. Mine don't fly around, but then their squares are triangles. Mine are squares. So you got that too, Victory. Doggone Tribe has a plasma man. Oh, that was his sign, Revelation 12. Are we talking about when the Jupiter was in the house of Libra? Is that what we're talking about, Arnold? Or who was talking about that earlier? Wasn't Arnold? Arnold Cha Cha. Watch a guy on YouTube called Bruce Sees All. He's in Montreal. Bruce Sees All is in Montreal and uses his telescope to watch objects move around the moon. Look at his description below the telescope information. Westfall gets jealous with E60. I mean C60. Does China have warships off Alaska? Now they did send a warship to Alaska. We shadowed it. Oh, thank you. I don't see the 923 to 17 sign, says Paul. Stewardess, a man flying on a wing. Oh, yeah, that was in the man on the wing. That was in Twilight Zone. They had that kind of stuff in Twilight Zone. Remember that? Let me try and find my other cap. Hang on, guys. Bear with me a minute. Hang on, I'll be right back. I might sing y'all a little song when I get back. Ow! Hang on, guys. I'm really worried because I'm missing one of my favorite caps all at once. I wonder if somebody grabbed it. Ah, there it is. Ah, dust all over. Hang on, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I'm Becky. Chewy Becky. Chewy tobacco. William Shatner, right. And Shatner is on the verge of taking a Blue Origin flight. There's a lot of people with Blue Origin claiming they wouldn't ride that rocket. That give you a sense of confidence. Of course, they were there in part making the sausage. They know what went inside that build. I got nightmares from some of those episodes for years, really, for years. Wow. Yeah, Twilight Zone was something, wasn't it? Especially for its time. That was really advanced. I love Twilight Zone. It'd always be, just a typical little American village, town, white picket fences. Yeah, I mean, how many times Rod Serling would say, well, just a typical average American town with a white picket fence. I was driving back from Alaska, coming south. What's the highway there coming south? Is it I-5? And it was getting late. I was pulling a 21-foot travel trailer. I had my son was about a little over 2 years old. I had a baby girl who now has a YouTube channel of her own. We need to go to that. Jessica was a baby girl. Now she's got her own YouTube channel. And we were, like I said, coming back from Alaska, driving on our way to Alabama via the left coast. And somewhere in Oregon, we were really tired. And there was a sign that said camping. It was a place called Wolf Creek in Oregon. So we thought, yeah, okay, good. We're tired. Let's pull over here and go camping. I pulled into that town and it was all white. Every building, every single building, store, home in that town was painted white. Every single building was painted white with no brick, nothing. All white board buildings. And there was white picket fences. Very small town though. Every door was open, every light was on in every house. I swear, the doors were open, the lights were on. But we didn't see a single soul. Nowhere to be seen was a single soul. I drove through that town and it kind of freaked me out. I had kind of a Rod Serling moment. I was really thinking Rod Serling as I was driving through that town. I'm thinking, this is creepy. Well, the campground was back behind the town. So we drove back behind town down a little field road. And we drove some distance down that little field road and we came this big iron gate right across the top. It had in the letters, kind of like the Auschwitz camp, it said Arbeiten, talking about work, what was it said exactly? Top of the gate, Auschwitz, it was something about work. Anyway, so there was a gate like that. And it said, we closed the gate at midnight. It was pretty close to midnight. So we drove through this gate, and now I'm getting a little bit more spooked. So, okay, we can check in, but we can't check out maybe. And I'm driving along, so I get the notion of feeling, at that time, there were known to be cults in Oregon. Like there were various cults that were up there in Oregon. And I didn't know what was going on in this town. This town freaked me out. It really freaked me out. And we're driving down toward this campground. We're still driving some distance, you know. And we come up to the woods, the edge of the woods, and we were out of the field and up the edge of the woods, and it just felt like we were being watched. I just felt like there were eyes in these woods. And suddenly I just said, oh, heck no. I just turned that rig around and I got the heck out of town. It's like, I don't know part of this place. I'm not going to stay here locked up behind these gates in this town overnight. Nope, not me and my little kids. We're gone. And we got out of there. Woo-wee. Guys, that place creeped me out. I have looked at it from Google Earth since. I found it on Google Earth. And I don't know, it might have been a nice little campground, but that place freaked me out. I have never been freaked out to speak by any place I've ever been to quite like that one. That was just way too weird for me. Somebody mentioned Monument Flyer. I got to show you something here. All right. So what's going on? Thank the Lord, D and Cassandra. Okay, not Cassandra. I just wanted to thank everyone for praying for the man, Tim, who fell down the stairs. He was in a coma. The doctors wanted to pull the plug. Oh, hang on. Let's just scroll down the screen here. His neck was broken, but he's doing well now. Wow, amazing. Let's see what else I missed here in the chat room while I was about chasing stuff. All right, so now I'm back to where I think I was. Either that or Bizarre World. What's that? Thomas there. Jupiter symbolizes Virgo having a baby. Yeah, that I think that's what he's talking about. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Jupiter was the baby itself, supposedly, and Jupiter's also been, you know, by Jove, you know, God in certain mythologies, but it was in Virgo's stomach apparently. And some people thought that was the prophecy. Sarah Westfall, C6 Jill Caps. Dirty deeds done cheap. Let's see. North Shore Preparedness. Mr. Greggs, how and why did the doggone tribe know about Sirius B and C long before modern science? Exactly. That's weird, right? Or aliens from Sirius met with doggone. Could be. Or maybe they just got lucky. But that's a bit of a stretch. Interesting. Cigarette in his hand. Yeah, I smoke cigars, not cigarettes, guys. And a pipe. I got big corncob pipes. I'm not smoking any of those in a while. Look, Hoba, you are with Green Greg. Exactly. Arnold, Revelations 12. Virgo. Okay, that's it. Exactly. Okay. Jupiter entered the womb of Virgo, virgin, and sat there for 40 weeks. The virgin with the moon at her feet and the sun at her head, actually, and the 10 diadems above her head. Yeah, so what did that portend? That was in 2017. Well, now we're 4 years later, guys. So, you know, we would have expected something. What come out of all that? What come out of all that? And I do think that we, you know, you want to see revelations. It seems like all you got to do is just look around today. I mean, I think it's hitting the fan right now. It's getting worse. I'm wiping this cap off. This cap got very dusty. So it kind of needs some wipe off. I need to put something wet to it to clean it off good. It just don't have the sheen it should have to it. Too much dust on it. I'll show you all this cap in a minute. Prayers work, says Cassandra B. Yes, they do. And that is why we pray on this channel for a lot of people. Oh, by the way, we prayed a lot for our friend Randy Blythe, Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. And he and Susan came up last weekend. They stayed here Saturday night. We went to the farmer's market on Sunday. If y'all see my last farmer's market video, they didn't like it when he blew the chauffeur. They got on to us for that. They were vaping and nobody else there was. You know, I thought that probably wasn't good, but I hadn't seen the policy on it. And it turns out there was a sign, and they got on to him for that. They got him in some trouble. But they, you know, Susan sang, played her guitar. We had a great time. We had a great time with them. And I like hearing Randy. That guy can play that chauffeur. He can play notes on it. He is good with it. So check out the video from last farmers market from last Sunday. That was one of our best farmers market videos, guys. We even got the first ever super chat on a farmers market video during that video. Of course, it was Mr. Mooney, who's been giving me some really good super chats lately. I mean, he actually really helped this channel out last month quite a bit. One for him, I'd have been in a hole. So he really, really helped. I'll get some of the sheen back on this thing. I'll show it to you in a minute. All righty, where we're at in the chat here, let me go down. Let's see, cast prayers for him. Yeah, I've seen that Revelations 12. I broke C5, C6 back when I was 31. I'm 56. No one feels more free than the dead, says Sage said. Maybe that the scientists are, maybe the ancients were more advanced than us. You know, how you been? Talked about that some a little bit. Rex and I in particular, and some others. Revelations. There's a lot of interesting stuff in Revelations. I got a bookmark here in Revelations. Where's my eyeballs? This tight. This print is mighty small. Here. Ding 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 ding. Where's my eyeballs? Here's one. Here's a pair. A pair of extra eyeballs. We're up late here, guys. We're up late. Revelation 17, and there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and taught with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto you the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon the many waters. I see some people think that's the United States. We are a nation that sits upon many waters. Are we about to get judged? Are we about to be judged, guys? Revelations 12. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in the birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns, with 7 crowns upon his heads. And the tail drew a third of the stars of heaven and did cast them down to earth. And the dragon stood there before the woman, which is ready to be delivered, and to devour her child as soon as it was born. So this is the significance of this event in September 2017, meaning that the devils got cast to earth. Is that why we're having so much trouble on this planet right now? Maybe the demons have come in force. Maybe they're here. We've always had demons here, but a third of the stars of heaven. And she was brought forth, and you know, the stars could be, it's thought to be synonymous with angels, and maybe a third of the stars were the bad angels, the demons who revolted. That's often how it's seen. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, all nations. And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. Sounds like Jesus. So, but Jesus was called up to God in the past. So is Jesus going to reappear through a birth in heaven and come to God? I don't know. So this is very ambiguous to me here. Ambiguous, excuse me. And the woman fled into the wilderness. So Libra fled in the wilderness. So some people think this is Petra and talking about Israel. So there's just a whole lot of symbology here that's hard to put into perspective. The woman fled into the wilderness where she had the place prepared for of God that they should feed her there 1,260 days. That's a half a year, guy. I mean, that's 3.5 years. That's a half of a period. Some people think there's the total tribulation period is 7 years. It's two of these periods because 3.5 years is used in Revelation twice, and for some they think it's a repeat, and some think it's the same time frame discussed all over again, and some think they're back to back. And the latter one being called the Great Tribulation, being bigger and worse than the first tribulation period. So I kind of think the 7-year period, that's kind of my interpretation of all this stuff in here. But a lot of this stuff is, I think there's a lot of misinterpretations of these things. Yeah, look what I found the other day, and I stuck it in this Bible too, so I wouldn't lose it. Perry might appreciate that if he's still in the house. Check this out. You see me right there? That's when I was back in the days when I was in the Army stationed at Fort Bragg. Isn't that pretty fitting, me on a Viking ship? Consider my ancestry is almost purely Viking. Yeah, that was me. Right there. With short hair, because I was in the Army. No beard. I might have a little mustache. That would have been about it back in those days. So let's check the room out, see what people are saying here. Cassandra D, many ancients are more advanced than us. I agree with Revelation says Suzy Q. 120 equal one age. Telling the story of what would 1/3 of the ships be those waiting in port to stop up. I don't know, it said destroyed. The mountain thrown in the ocean, and that's also in Revelations. It may be a comet, or a comet fragment may hit the oceans and cause a major catastrophe. Cool Vikings, this Cassandra. There we go. That's why I talk Odin stuff a lot, just because of the ancestry. And of course, I have the long hair now. Arnold, the woman is the churches, the Christians, and Jews will be hunted and persecuted. Yeah, I think that is right. I believe that is happening. And it's going to get worse, apparently. This one's, yes, my most recent upload points to 7 trumpets that are about to blast. We're looking like we're on the precipice of this stuff, guys. Well, Greg, you sure got some hair and a beard now. That's right, North Shore. That's right. Or a volcano slump in the tsunami. Yeah, it could be that too, Ellen. Well, there's several different things that sound like impacts in Revelations. Several different things. There's the star that falls and opens a bottomless pit. There's wormwood. There is all the burning ice that falls, which could be like, that can happen from a comet, methane or something coming in. It's frozen, but it burns. Cool mind to Suzy Q. Okay, I say always like Viking funeral flaming boat. That's the kind of funeral I need. The cone collapsed. Oh, did it? Always. Okay, I got that. Suzy Q sent the hearts. So, yeah, I've definitely, my ancestry, at least of my first cousin, came back 100% Viking related. And my dad's family were, originated out of Scotland. So, and that's mostly was settled by Vikings. So I'd have to guess I'm over half Viking ancestrally. Probably more Viking than not. Maybe 100%. I don't know. I don't believe. I'm kind of, I worry about getting a 23andMe test because all that data goes to China, every bit of it. All that data goes to China. China's keeping a database of all Americans and everybody that sends the genetic data there. Why is China doing that? Isn't that scary? That's just too weird. Yeah, I'm going to show y'all this cow. Somebody mentioned a fly named Marty following him at work. So I got to show y'all the Marty McFly tinfoil cap. Here we are, guys. The Marty McFly tinfoil cap. Now, who gave me this cap? What do y'all know about it? Who gave me this Marty McFly tinfoil cap? Our new theory on the two witnesses are the two churches. Been doing a study about the two olive trees. Yeah, the two olive trees, the two witnesses. Yeah. They used cotton as sackcloth back then and wore linen and silk. Sylvia Belagon, Galactic Federation being channeled by a few YouTube. What's your take on it? I don't know, Sylvia. Maybe the doggone tribe is on to something, huh? Cassandra D, you got it. Rex gave me this hat. Yep, that's right. Leap Project. And it's a strange story, too. And yet, back top part of the volcano is glowing. Lower part is flame and lake of boiling lava, shooting fireballs over its flames. Great balls of fire. Victory, Rex. So, guys, when Rex gave me this hat, he planned to give this to me in advance. Even, Rex and I knew we were going to meet and do this filming project for in fact, I got Rex into this. I was called upon to do a filming project for the Weather Channel to show a show. I think it's called Strange Earth or Weird Earth. Strangest. We're going to call it Strangest Stuff on Earth. They changed the name of it several times. I don't get cable, so I've never even seen the show, except for a couple of YouTube excerpts. I've never seen it. I've had people send me snippets of it, but they made several shows out of it. And so I've been on the Weather Channel on this show. And Rex and I mentioned Rex, so they had Rex and I and a pilot who flew nukes around, who also was a comedian. And it was kind of funny. His name was Jose. So it was Rex, Jose, and Gregor Ray. Greg. We were in this together. And so the first day they set us up to film. Now, Rex brought this along because he drove down in this big van. I was visiting in Arizona with my friends there in Snowflake. And when I got the word to go out to California, and so they just flew me from Phoenix. I had to drive down to Phoenix. They flew me from there to LA, and then they flew me home. So drunk with blood of saints. Yeah, no kidding. Drinking human baby's blood is what is going on right now. That could be what the is all about, right? Oh, yeah, okay, I see that. This is called adrenochrome. Yeah, some nasty stuff. That's some nasty stuff. Greg, that's where I first saw you, Greg, watching with Rex. Exactly. I subbed the night after. Well, thank you. I've not been on Rex's show in a while. Rex has had what's his name? He's in North Carolina now a lot. David Devine, but I've not been on the show recently for a while. Probably be surprised at how many in Follywood and DC to it. Yeah. Folly and Follywood. So anyway, so Rex had this. This is the only cap he brought with him. Rex didn't know that we were exactly. I don't think we were going up there, but I wanted to talk to Rex about something anyway. I thought it was just kind of a funny story. Something got me interested in the Mount Hollywood Tunnel and some of these stories about how the media was using Christopher Lloyd. He played Dr. Brown, Emmett Brown, in Back to the Future. And they used him in several instances, also in a cartoon, which was based on the Griffith Observatory, which is on the other side of that tunnel. So that Griffith Observatory and some strange things about it, and the Mount Hollywood Tunnel had been prominently featured in many Hollywood productions, especially featuring Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future. So our first day filming, they had a hard time setting up the studio. It just wasn't working right. The light wasn't working. The shade wasn't working. They decided to take it all down and rearrange it. So we'd showed up for the filming, and then suddenly they just told us to take a break for a few hours. It's going to take them a few hours to get set up. So I was like, okay, now what? And so I said to Rex, Rex, let's go to the Mount Hollywood Tunnel. It's close to here. Let's go up there because I got some interesting tidbits to talk about there. I thought it'd be a lot of fun. So we went there, and I started talking to him about Back to the Future, Marty McFly, and Christopher Lloyd. So that's what we started talking about. Christopher Lloyd was Christopher Christ, Lloyd, Lord. That's kind of interesting in itself, right? And how he played a messianic role in many of the features, like the one at Griffith Observatory there. He's had somewhat of a messianic role. And it was like he was in the DeLorean hovering over and rescued at the end of that tunnel, rescued Marty McFly, who was wearing a cap like this in that movie, a silver cap. This is the Marty McFly tinfoil cap that I got. I don't know, and it's highly, weirdly coincidental that Rex had already set this cap aside to give to me. The probability of that is just off the charts weird, that I would, by just weird chance, wind up talking to him about Marty McFly in the tunnel where Back to the Future was filmed, and talking about that episode. And Rex turns out that we get back and gives me this cap immediately after we got back from that tunnel. And in that tunnel, I was wearing my knit cap, which is upstairs right now, by the way, and the God frequency, right? And we walked down this tunnel talking about this stuff, and I talked about that rescue scene, which was kind of a messianic thing, seemingly like God reaching down and plucking him up from the van, like he has been raptured or something, resurrected. But he was saved from above by a line held down, and was rescued from Biff. And of course, in the true fashion, the way all Biff's final chase scenes of trying to get Marty McFly ended up, Biff winds up in a trailer load of horse dung. It always happened, which was kind of a funny thematic end for Biff over and over and over again, right? So that's highly symbolic. That movie was chock full of symbology. The screens, he'd always like disappear into the film studio or film screen, come out of a film screen to a theater when he was running the DeLorean. And the theaters always had that aspect ratio the same as the monolith in 2001 Space Odyssey. There was just a lot, which was, supposed to have interdimensional prospect to it. Same as a movie screen. I guess it takes you mentally into other dimensions. So an interdimensionality aspect of this, time travel, the tunnel, a lot of weird stuff. Water, says Susie. Cute, nice hat, says Joe Friday. So yeah, this is given to me by Rex Bear. This is the Marty McFly hat. So we're walking through the Mount Hollywood Tunnel. I'm describing all these scenes to Rex Bear. As we're walking down this tunnel, it had great echo properties, and Rex decided to just start shouting, "Hugh, Hugh, Hugh," which I thought was really odd. Why is he chanting Hugh? And I thought, oh, this is great. I love the echo properties in that tunnel, and I belted out real loud, "Halo!" And what neither he or I saw to our eye was captured on his camera and my camera. As I shouted "halo," a pattern of compression waves and light went down the tunnel, and they were amplitude modulated, just like my voice as I said, "Halo! Hang a rocket from a balloon and off we go. We're gonna fly a rocket into space. We're gonna begin the amateur space race. Halo! Hang a rocket from a balloon and off we go." Kind of a calypso Caribbean ring to it, like Deo. Yeah, based it on Deo, which also was featured in the crazy movie Beetlejuice. That was one weird movie. But we both got his camera and my camera. Rex noticed it first. "Greg, did you see this in the view?" What? I went and looked at my camera, and there it was. And we did a couple of videos on it. Rex did 2 videos on that. One where he stopped and just analyzed the voice pattern and played it in reverse and slowly over and over and over. And it wasn't a reflection off the wall, because you could see the curb, and it was hanging mid-air because the curb is behind it and then the wall. And that did not distort it. It was hanging in the air as it propagated down the tunnel. Light. That was weird. The other thing that was weird is that I had trouble with every mic they put on me in that studio was just uh, ate up with static, electrical static. They had a hard time micing me in that studio. They could even give me mics they gave the other guys, and it would be bad. And like Rex's phone battery and some of his camera batteries just went the night before when we were together. He drained down real fast, like in my proximity. We went that night before then. Actually, I did a video, but it got so much criticism. I took it, I deleted it. I wish I didn't delete it. I wish I just hidden it. We went to the Devil's Gate Dam, which was a place near which who's that weird guy who started JPL? Oh, he was a weird guy. He was also involved with a guy who founded Scientology. Shoot, I can't think of the guy's name right now. He's actually in the photo with Van Allen and also Winter von Braun when he did the shot holding up the rocket from the the Explorer satellite, first satellite went up, and I think had those. What's the guy's name? I'm getting brain locked. I know his name, but it's kind of interesting, guys. We always called it the von Braun shot after that. And with our Halo rocket, I got this award for flying. That when Hale-Bopp was hanging in the sky, we took a photograph. We did our own von Braun photograph holding that rocket up. This was our very first rocket we launched from a balloon. The last one we sent up was this one was 7.5 foot long. The last one we sent was 17.5 foot long, guys. This is our von Braun shot. That's me turned sideways, trying to make room for everybody to get out here. Steve Masakis, though, spread out and wound up hiding Gene Hornbuckle. It's Clay Sawyer. That is, I'm getting brain locked. Tim Pickens, Gene. This is Gene Hornbuckle. That's Gene Young being hidden back there by man, I'm getting Steve Masakis. And oh my God, I can't think of his name. Yeah, I'm getting brain locked, guys. It happens to us sometimes. So there we are. And this is the gondola that it was in. And several of the people signed this to me and gave me this picture from, and this was off the shore of North Carolina. We were there at Topsail Beach. It's spelled Topsail. The locals call it Topsail. Topsail, just like we pronounce the town I was born in as Guntersville, but it's spelled Guntersville. But we never pronounce the T. So there you are, guys. So yikes, that's fast, guys. So Susie Q. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard. That's right. L. Ron Hubbard. What's the other guy's name? Help me out. Started JPL. Yeah, I did play that on my Galactic Greg's channel. And that's the easiest way because I don't have that many videos on Galactic Greg's channel. If you find it on Galactic Greg's channel, I also put a link to the video on Rex's channel. Rex did a lot better job. So and he had better camera view than me. He had better camera. So yeah, you can see it all there, guys. The whole thing. So if you don't buy it, just go watch it. L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, he and that guy. What's the guy's name? Huxley? No, it's not Huxley. Nice photo and good memories. Tinfoil hat to keep out microwaves. Sanity, wow. Much is hot air balloon for you. No, we did a helium balloon, not hot air. The scientific balloons, the ones that get up 20 miles high. Any chance those cargo ships hanging on the coast are getting ready to invade? Well, you know, you'd want to get the troops on the ground pretty fast if you're going to invade. You don't want them sitting in those ISO shipping containers too long. Jack Parsons. There you go. Thank you, the indie place. You got it. Jack Parsons is the guy I'm trying to talk about. Yeah, he was up there in Pasadena, California. And Pasadena, California is near where we was at. In fact, I wanted to take Rex up to JPL, and we just didn't get there. We didn't have time because I had a government badge. And I could have got on JPL. And I could have took Rex with me, and we could have toured JPL together. But we didn't get a chance to do that. And I might never get that chance because I'm a good chance of losing this badge, guys. I got to cover my number here. Let's see what numbers have I got to cover. There's the badge number. I got to cover my badge number on my finger. So I think that's what I can't show is my badge number. There's my NASA badge, guys. Seriously, this is a NASA badge. That can get me in any military installation or any NASA installation, government installation, just about it. Probably not that FBI center in the building on Fort on Redstone Arsenal, but most likely it's July 24. Thanks to a certain president, certain mandates, I may only have a few weeks left. I may only have a few weeks left, and then I may be essentially bankrupt. Yeah, I figured out my bills. I'm paying almost $2,600 a month in just credit card payments. And I didn't even rack up the bulk of that credit card debt. It was ex-girlfriend. So, yeah, once you get in debt like that, it's hard to get out. And I had a plan to do that over actually the next year. I had a plan to how to get out of debt over the next year. But thanks to a certain president and certain mandates, I won't be able to do that, pay it all off straightforward, you know. I'm looking at bankruptcy unless something happens. Might be able to get a religious exemption, but right now they're claiming that there's a bill going through Congress that talks about this stuff and there's no exemptions provided. So we don't know yet. We don't know yet. Can I borrow your pass, Greg? Well, Cha-Cha, it might work. It might work if you look like this. Do you look like this, Cha-Cha? Yeah, what do I look like, Cha-Cha? Y'all, what do I look? JPL, did you know Richard Fike? No, I've been to JPL one time. I went to some meetings out there. I actually chaired a meeting at JPL, risk management meeting. So I wrote the first Constellation risk management plan. So I chaired a meeting at JPL. Oh no, Greg, I hope you can keep your job. Yeah, well, me too. I would like to get out of it eventually, but I'm not ready just yet. I like to be able to hold at least one more year, maybe two. If I could, I can make a huge difference. But I'm not there yet. Greg is part owner now. Okay, I'm part owner of what? System is going to crash anyway. Well, that's true. Bankruptcy ain't all that bad. Yeah, but my total debt is $107,000 in credit card debt. $107,000. Now my house mortgage is $94,000. I owe $94,000 on the house, but my credit debt is over 2.5 times more per month than my house mortgage. So it's huge payments. Arnold, great. And Dragon spoke about could be China. Oh yeah, well there's also the red dragon coming out of the sea. I think that is China. Also in Revelations, you got the 200 million man army crossing the Tigris, actually the Euphrates River, right? And right now they say that when the river goes dry, right now the Euphrates River is going dry. So I could see the Chinese getting real hungry here in the near term because their economy is on the verge of collapse. China is on the verge of the Great Fall. China is on the, this was a video I actually wanted to produce today and I didn't have time to do it. Maybe tomorrow. China is on the verge of the Great Fall. China is about to go. And part of it is because Xi Jinping is putting China on a war footing. So what's going to happen, guys? What is going to happen? I think China may get very aggressive, and it is written in Revelations, 200 million man army. There's only 2 nations on earth, and they're both, interestingly, in that direction, east of the Euphrates River, that could actually field a 200 million man army. India and China, either one of them could field a 200 million man army. So that's an army bigger than China has at the moment. If you got a lot of hungry people looking for resources, maybe wanting to grab the oil, you know, we might wind up putting a blockade on China because the things they're about to do. That would make them even hungrier, and that might make them go out and do this big invasion. And maybe they want to take, you know, because they enlist a bunch of other allies like Pakistan. There's 4 demons of the East that's involved in this, right? So I think China would be one of those. Pakistan would be one of those. North Korea, I don't know if North Korea is one or not. Iran is probably one of those. If it's not North Korea, who's the fourth? Could be Afghanistan. I don't know. North Korea or Afghanistan might figure into that. Iran, China, all heading to a big invasion, going through Iraq, into Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and God knows where else. Somebody's pinging the heck out of my phone. I usually turn it off and hide it. I don't know what was going on. Becky from Tennessee is laughing. So, what was going on here? Yeah, I got to talk to somebody here in a minute. So, a lot of stuff is happening. Persia is Iran. That's true. Persia is Iran. Iran is definitely one of those things. So, look, guys, Revelations is on the verge of taking place. Revelations is on the verge of happening right now. Somebody from Tennessee is really binging the heck out of me, a friend of mine. I probably need to see what's going on here a minute. That is twice as big as Saddam's. France doesn't like us anymore. Well, yeah. Hey, Cheery Weather, how you doing? Valerie Moore, I found a Chinese rice bag on the beach with a couple of other Chinese items washed up from the beach. Not Japanese. Wow. Betcha loves Jesus, says Russia, China, Israel, and Iran. Got vision, says the child, and told China would start World War III. My dad told me not to speak that silly, but I insisted 40 years ago. Wow, Maria. Wow, Maria. You know, I think that is very, very most likely. Vikings have lost everything, have nothing, so they will go on raids. Yeah, well, could be, guys. Black sacks. Where did I get one of those lids? About this. Go to Rex Bear's channel, leakproject.com. You can order them there. Alex, does that fall into all this? Any ideas? Ping, let's see. One, ping, look for good soil. Two, non-desert sand. We guess Mongolia, Russia. Russia may do it, but I don't think they're part of that invasion. Just because it comes from the east. Constantinople victory. Message hell for review. Will they fix it? Taliban just got. I don't see anything wrong with that. There we go. Taliban just got new stuff. Yeah, well, there you go. Oh, wow, that makes perfect sense, don't it? Yeah, all the equipment we left behind, $85 billion worth of stuff in Afghanistan. Yeah, Afghanistan could definitely be one of those. Wow. And, you know, the wars are said that one of those wars is said to wipe out, what, a quarter of the world's population. That could be a war between India and China, could easily do that. Wow, guys. Wow, guys. I could see Revelations really beginning. Like, guys, we're looks like me. We're on the edge of it. It really looks like, you know, if you don't see Revelations, just look around. Just look around, guys. I think we're there. I think we're on the verge. That's why I tell everybody to prep. I started this channel out to be just a channel talking about gardening. This is going to be just an urban gardening channel. If you see my introductory video, that's all I'm talking about. But, you know, I got asked to cover power grid defense, which is something I was really quite avidly working on. I just chaired 2 power grid defense conferences. And one of my subscribers who had a channel that was much bigger than mine at the time asked me to talk about that, and I did. And my power grid defense video, the first one, went, hey, Top Knot. It went kind of viral on me. Got 100,000 views in just like no time flat. And then the people watching and subscribed to me for that wanted me to talk about prepping. So I started covering prepping topics. You notice any particular differences using tinfoil hat? Hey, we got a super chat. Thank you, Valerie. Yeah, thank you. First super chat of the night. Salute, Valerie. Thank you, Valerie Moore. Monashi prepping. How about Canada? Where do you see us and all this? Wow, I hope y'all can get rid of Trudeau. Trudeau is running you guys on the ground. I mean, What a commie, right? Trudeau's awful. Hope y'all can get rid of him. He is really, really. That's what happens. Liberals call conservatives NAZIs, but look at this kind of stuff they do. To me, that looks a lot of NAZI to me. They're all about control. They're all about big government, big controls, controlling you, telling you exactly what to do in every aspect of your life, every day of your life. They want to. Black sacks, $5. Sorry about your debt. I'm still cranking out tomatoes in Missouri. All right, well, very good. Thank you, Black sacks. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I got this enormous debt here, and I'm looking at bankruptcy, so it's not pretty. Not pretty, guys. Unless I can find some way out or through this thing. I've been trying to see, I don't know, guys, it's just kind of rough right now. I got a question. Should I split my channel, guys? Should I split off my prepping channel from my gardening content? Should I start a separate channel? I'm really thinking about it. All right, I need to check out. Hang on, guys. I've had somebody who's kind of having a little bit of an emergency situation, I think, up in Tennessee, a friend of mine. For her to be pinging me at 2:20 in the morning, maybe she's watching the video. I don't know. So let me see. Oh, she is. Hey, Becky, how you doing? I'm just being a little bug. Hello, I'll leave. Oh, sorry about that. You're on my TV and I'm watching you. This is a friend of mine in Tennessee. Yeah, I've actually seen Becky. I want to do some of my videos from the when I go to the what do you call it? Dog Days. She used to have a booth at Dog Days. Becky, I hope you're doing well. All right. She's got a lot going on. Very good. Yeah, I wanted to check this because I was worried about her. I've been worried about Becky. She's been having a rough time. Becky was the best friend of a former girlfriend of mine. A girl who proposed marriage to me actually once upon a time. So there we go. She took a picture of me. Very good. Very good. All right. She's watching right now. So say something in the chat room, Becky. If you're actually a subscriber to YouTube, you can do that. Anyway, let's see. What's everybody else saying here? I will say prayers for you, says Valerie Moore. Well, thank you. Betcha loves Jesus, says a Jubilee year debt forgiveness. Boy, we need that, don't we? Debt forgiveness. See, that's how they did it in the old days. At some point, they would forgive the debts because they would just get it too high. Getting old is highly overrated. You know what? I resemble that remark. Cost me $3,000 to go bankrupt. Oh, you had to pay that much money? Ah, yeah, but I owe $107,000, guys. I mean, if I go into default, they'll probably just sue me. So even though it might be unsecured debt, if I go into default, they'll probably sue me. Michael Sherman, gardening, woodworking, and more. And even though I didn't put in most of the debt, like I said, his next girlfriend that really got me in the situation, man. They're not going to care. How are you, Greg? Just got here. All right, good to see you. Victory, I hear you. The Reality by Jay Rocco. Okay. Thumbs down on that. Jay Rocco. He's come in this chat room a few times. I know he's done stuff on YouTube. I haven't really followed him. There is a Jay Rocco that was associated with what's his name? He's calling himself a Christian whistleblower. Jeffrey Daugherty. I was talking about Jeffrey Daugherty one night and accidentally called him Jeffrey Dahmer. Not the same, not the same. Jeffrey Daugherty's channel got shot down on YouTube, unfortunately. Cheap here to go bankrupt. Okay, Scratch. Yeah, they make it rough here. Victory said, hi, Becky. So, Becky, we're talking to you. Getting old sucks. As soon as you know how to help, it's problematic. That's right. Once you starting to get the world figured out, you get old. And that's a shame. Let's see, Marina. Gosh, I'm too tired of eating noodles and ravioli. Arnold Smith Trudeau is bought and paid for globalist. Yeah, he's a globalist. That's dang sure. He's a globalist, as is our current prez here, big time. Rome. There you go. They're not part of what we would call a solution. So anyway, let's see if Becky said anything else to me here. She said something about fill me in later. Can't type in my TV. I don't know how. Oh yeah, if you're watching on TV, yeah, I can't do that either. Sometimes I've watched this on TV. So that's one of the problems with watching on TV. So, all right, Becky, hey, if you're going to be up for a little bit, let me know. I said, Jeffrey looks like Epstein. LOL, crazy ideas. He looks like Jeffrey. Hey, oh my God. Oh my God. He does kind of resemble him, don't he? That's scary. Oh my gosh. That is scary, scary. Wow. The Jeff Daugherty of Resistance Radio. I don't know. There's a Jeff Rentz. Yeah, anybody ever go to Jeff Rentz's channel? He don't have much on YouTube. He's got his own website. He posts a lot of conspiracy stuff on there. Am very sorry to read that Becca. Becca loves Jesus. The narc X stole my mail and my food stamp review. They stole my SSI pill. Me and our dog. Oh, been living off our preps the last 3 months. I'm disabled. That's rough. Oh my gosh, that is rough. Sorry to hear that, D. Greg should make kids. Greg, we should make kids rocket models for Christmas presents. Maybe you could sell plans for parents to make balloon rockets. Sell 100K of them in your set. Well, there's an idea, Cassandra. I could do that from my Galactic Greg's channel, right? I don't have that many subscribers on Galactic Greg's. That guy was nuts. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about Jeffrey. Yeah. He hated God. He hated Jesus. And he was a former minister. So weird, just weird. Black Sacks, I think you might have too big a heart. Could be. Seems to get me in trouble a lot. Build a wormhole generator and I will show how to get the time travel equation. Okay, Paul. There we go. Becca loves these. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay, guys. We're a family here. We pray for each other as a family does. Yeah, I'll be up for a little while. I'll call you back here in a little bit if you'd like, or do I need to text you back, Rebecca? So Becky, tell me, do I need to text you back? Text me on there. Do I need to text you back or call you? She's watching right now. You are needing to go bankrupt, Greg. Maybe GoFundMe 52 times 2. Yeah, well, there you go. 52,000. I got 52,000 subs, but usually I only get a couple thousand watchers, so I don't think they're all going to pop in here. I don't know. What I'd like to do is do a GoFundMe for this habitat I want to build. I want to build this habitat. I need to do a GoFundMe for that. That's what I really need to do. Yeah, GoFundMe is an option. Yeah, that is. I might try that. All right. So the one thing about this hat is it's hot. Yeah, I like to wear this hat in the wintertime. This is a good winter hat because, boy, it will heat your head up. You don't let the heat out. So, anywho, all right, guys. Do we have any prayer requests? Like I said, we are a family. This is a family channel. I was going to sing y'all a song. I think I'll wait for another video because it's already 2:30 in the morning. And I want to see how Becky's in Tennessee's doing. She's a friend of mine. Text me when you are available. Okay. So she says she's a friend of mine. She's having a tough time. And so I just want to check on her, see how she's doing. All right. I will do a GoFundMe for my Starship homestead. There you go. Homestead. Hey, yeah, I could do a joint Green Greg's Galactic Greg's channel on Space Homestead. That would be cool. Yeah, the very first Space Homestead channel. I could have the first Space Homestead channel. That would be cool, right? In fact, that habitat, that's really what that is. It's either Earth or Space Homestead. All righty, guys. No prayer requests. Nobody sent me a prayer request. Well, we have standing prayers. We always pray for Granny Lana and her granddaughter, Kaylee, who has cancer. My brother had his cancer surgery. I think everything is good there. Randy Bly, we'll pray for Randy Bly. He's not out of the woods yet, but he's doing a lot better. And he believes the prayers have helped him. Pray for my bad arm, please. And thanks, says Willie Fix. Oh, yeah, Willie Fix hurt his arm, so we need to pray for him. Prayers for your friend Becky. Okay, very good. Yes, please pray for Texas new studio. He and his 90-year-old mother have Oh, okay. We can also pray for Judy Dowell. She's having some issues with cancer, apparently. Cha Cha was taken off vent today trying to survive. Oh, also, I got a friend who's on a ventilator, been on a ventilator for a couple of weeks. He got the bug. He's younger than me, but he is suffering mightily. He's up in Indiana. Brian Tanner. So if everybody say a prayer for Brian Tanner would be good. Message health review. They just put one up in Sweden looking like a man. Oh yeah, we don't talk that kind of language on here. We don't use any context of adult activities. Maria, sorry about that. No, we're a family channel. Don't talk about things that you wouldn't talk to your grandkids about. So I'll pray for Greg. Well, thank you, Valerie. Now, this is not a religious channel. I don't. This is not a religious channel. So, and when we pray, I believe in the power of prayer. But I tell everybody to pray according to your own faith or meditate, whatever is appropriate for you. So this is not. I'm not picking a faith. Prayers for everyone. Put habitat on pylons. Yeah, Wednesday's gonna put one in a balloon and put it in the atmosphere. Venus, maybe Earth first. Go to Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune. Let's see. Oh no, Cha-Cha sending prayers. All righty, prayers and roses. There we go. So once again, we're a family channel, and just like family, we are a family here. So we pray for each other. It's a good way to end the video. As I said, well, we got 63 in the room now. We've actually gone up here overnight. So like I said, I'm not a religious channel. This doesn't endorse or any particular religion. That's not my role here. If I was going to do a religious channel, I would start a whole nother channel for that. Also, the statue of the child sacrifice god Moloch outside the Colosseum in Rome. Oh my God, approved by the Pope. Oh my. All right, guys. There's sick people in the world. Well, hey, guys, the spiritual, not religious. Okay, yeah, spiritual, yeah. I pray the G-rate mother is spirit. Yeah, there's something weird in that auditorium there at the Vatican. It's shaped like a snake's head. That is just weird, guys. Listen to Jesus and have faith in what he did for the people of the world. We'll all see each other in heaven, says Arnold. We can retrofit pylon homes with photon drives. With the Starship going, right? All right, guys. Let's do a quick prayer session. Just a moment of silence if you're not into prayer. Like I said, I'm not trying to drive any particular religion here. If I'd come on at 9 tonight, which I thought I was going to originally, this would have been one of my Woden's Woken World. Not Woken, Woden's Wondrous World. I got to get rid of that Woken term now. Videos. It has to be 9 for it to be a Woden video. It was Wednesday. It's Thursday now, which I'm writing a list of everybody who needs prayers who would like it to be added. Just go ahead and put it in the chat notes. All right, so let's pray now. I'll pray for my friend Becky in Tennessee too. Everybody, let's pray now. Just for a few minutes. Silence or whatever. Pray according to your own faith. Whatever that is, according to however you pray. Okay, amen. All right. Paul Nelson says, prove it. Prove what? Michael Sherman Garner, what's your son's first name? Same as mine. My son gave me this. What is this, by the way? He knows what this is. That's the first gift my son ever gave me. Now he's gave me 65 mushroom bags. I got to get my mushroom bag business going. I'm building a building here, hopefully this weekend. All right, guys. I really want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for being here. I want to thank all you super chatters. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was super indeed. I want to thank the mods. Scratch really did a heroic job tonight because we had some people coming in the room here spamming us, and he took care of that. Good job, Scratch. Hope you're still with us. Yeah, we've gone long tonight. We've been here a while. We've been on this video for about 3 hours now. Seeds, not GMO, and how to find cleanse water. Hey, I got videos on how to sanitize and purify water. Fire tools are number one cheapest ways to start any prep, not GMO though. Yeah, if you go to check the link underneath most of my videos, except the live chats. You won't find it on most of my live chats, but the videos I upload and post have a link to True Leaf Market. So go to the True Leaf Market videos, guys, or those videos, and click my link to True Leaf Market. I got a seed packer in here somewhere. True Leaf. Go to True Leaf Market, and there you will find seeds that are not GMO. They don't sell GMO seeds at all at True Leaf Market. And they're heirloom seeds. They're not. They are seeds that you can plant and get the same plant back again from the seeds harvested. You're not going to have the problems you get with hybrid seeds. Look over, Greg. I'll be back in a good time here. All right, good. I'm glad you had a good time here. Little Cobra and Lapis Philosopherum, Spam Ham. Oh, let's watch our language, guys. That's a little bit rough for my channel here. No worries, GG. So hey, Scratch is still here. Thank you, Scratch. All right. Just juice some fresh sugar cane. Ooh, wow. You know, we used to have we grow sorghum cane up in this area. And gosh, I loved to chew on sorghum cane when I was growing up. We had so much. I don't see too much of that growing anymore. When I was a kid, we grew a lot of sorghum cane around here for syrup, not the solid sorghum. Tall sorghum, we grow tall as corn. All righty. All right, guys. Thank you all so very much for being here. Everyone have a great night. So again, thank you all for the super chats. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Scratch, and all you other mods who did such a great job tonight. And with that, we're going to call it a good night. Thank you, everybody. Sleep well, and hope you have a wondrous weekend.